Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. In this video, we have got the first match of the British and Irish Lions tour. It is going to be up against Japan at Murrayfield and should be a very exciting matchup. I do see we've got a few people in the chat already. Thank you very much for tuning in for this live stream. Should be an exciting contest between these two sides. The last time we saw Japan play was the Rugby World Cup, although they did have a warm-up game up against the Sunwolves a couple weeks ago and they were able to get the win there. The British and Irish Lions, last time they toured, it was New Zealand. Now it is going to be South Africa, but first they have got their warm-up game up against Japan. But we have got in the chat James Gordon, also Mr. Achilles, and also Novmum as well. Thank you all very much for tuning in. And Smithy Toilet, we've got a whole heap of people here for this match. And yeah, hopefully it is going to be a very exciting one. And we are probably sitting around 10 minutes away from kickoff here. JK from New Zealand says James Gordon bought a kick as well, says AJ. And who you got winning home, says Aiden. I think the British and Irish Lions will sneak it, but I don't think it's going to be by as many as some people think that it will. I think Japan are going to put up a decent fight here. They are known for showing a lot of passion, and that got them through to the quarterfinals of the Rugby World Cup as well. We must remember, I will show their last matches that they did play Japan. As you can see, that is actually how they finished in the Rugby World Cup 2019 ahead of Ireland, Scotland, Samoa, and also Russia. So they were through, but then unfortunately ending up getting knocked out in the quarterfinal, I believe it was, up against South Africa. Whereas the British and Irish Lions, the last time that they played it was 2017. Some of these names may look familiar for you fellas from New Zealand that are tuning in because of the fact that they did have the tour to New Zealand. Was a very exciting tour to watch as well. And yeah, it's going to be physical rugby between the British and Irish Lions and the South African sides that they are going to be facing in a week or two's time, but that is the rest of the British and Irish Lions tour as well. We have got Cherkazi, may the donations begin. I don't think this is going to be a large donation one. Everyone already emptied their wallets in the last live stream, so I feel like there's no money left at that stage, but that is all right. And yeah, you guys in the last live stream were extremely generous, and it is hugely appreciated as well. The question is, are Japan the same team as they were in 2019? Says Mr. Achilles. It's a good question. They've got a few very good names in that starting lineup and reserves, but are they going to be able to play as well as some of these British and Irish Lions players coming off a very good Six Nations, a lot of them? So we will have to wait and see how it will go. But first, we will put up the British and Irish Lions starting lineup and a couple youngsters in that lineup, the likes of Duhan van der Merwe, who is going to get an opportunity now. There have been two changes due to injury. I think that mine still has it before the injuries. Yes, it does. It still has Watson at number 6, but he is replaced by Tadhg Furlong because of an injury. And also, it is Tadhg Furlong starting in that number 3 jersey. That is because of the injury to the man who was going to be in the number 3 jersey, Ferguson. So a couple unfortunate injuries for Scottish players. It is going to be played in Scotland, so they would have loved to be there for this match, but unfortunately going to be missing out. You look at that back line though, Buniaki and also Robbie Henshaw in that centre combo. They're going to be dangerous with Anthems and van der Merwe on each wing with Liam Williams at the back. That's going to be a hard back line to beat. So we will have to wait and see how the Japanese side are going to be trying to counter it. But speaking of the Japanese side, they have got some very talented players as well. The likes of those wingers as well, Matsushima and Fafita on either side. And we've got to remember, some of these Japanese players are coming off very good top league performances for the Japanese competition. And yeah, I am excited to see what is going to be happening in this matchup between the two sides. But we are only around 5 minutes away from kickoff, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And these are the benches. Now, one name on that Japan bench that I do look at is Kazuki Himeno. Of course, he was playing for the Highlanders this year in Super Rugby, was one of the standouts in that number 8 jersey. And yeah, he will be hoping to be able to have an impact off the bench in this match as well. But by the looks of it, we're only about 5 minutes away in this matchup. Good bench, though, for the British and Irish Lions. I think they probably edge it with the experience of the likes of Farrell. Also, they have got Anthony Watson there, a few English players to have an impact later on in this match as well. We haven't got in there, I lagged out of the stream as well, says James Gordon. That is not ideal. Hopefully, it is still, hopefully it is going to be running smoothly throughout this live stream as well. We also need another donation option. Quite a few people talking about it across the rugby community. Yeah, I feel like it's one of those ones. It probably hasn't happened before in that regard, and it was pretty crazy to watch. And yeah, hopefully everyone who did donate was in the position to be able to do so because it was a huge number. That is for sure. It's World War III rugby as well, says James Gordon. It's going to be an exciting battle out on that field, that is for sure. They are showing a few of the Japanese supporters at the moment at Murrayfield. They are allowed a crowd here, which is great to see. Scrumless, welcome into the live stream. We had a pretty interesting one, if you do want to go back and check it out, for the Manu Samoa versus Māori All Blacks. It got into an interesting situation how everyone was just dropping a whole heap of money at the end of it. But now I think this kind of more chilled out live stream, I am going to be enjoying it because of the fact that it will just be pretty chilled out, but I will be trying my best to provide you guys with the commentary. And at this stage, Japan making their way out onto the field now, led by the captain Leach. And I have to say that Japanese kit at the moment, they've got kind of the blue with the grey as well for the away kit here, but they are going to be showing their starting lineup. So I guess maybe if that's the case, no, they didn't show it. Okay, I was going to show them anyway. This is the Japanese starting lineup. Of course, the captain, Michael Leach here. He'll be hoping to lead his side from the front. And if you guys haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, be sure to vote in that poll for who you think is going to be winning this match. And we'll have a quick look at it now. And we do see that at this stage, it is going to be British and Irish Lions at the moment, 68%. But Japan's still 32%, so it's going to be interesting to see if they can pull off the upset here. We have also got, should have stayed tuned for the previous stream, crazy experience as well. And I'm still sick, but I only have a cough, says James Gordon. I cannot believe I missed the last stream. I wanted to watch so bad. And I slept like a lazy bones. I was so mad at myself as well, says Scrumless. That is all right. You are here now. And yeah, at this stage, it must be morning in the USA. Maybe. Time zones are still not my thing, as you can probably tell. I think it's kind of early morning, isn't it? If I'm not wrong, it's crazy much to surf, Kiwi lads. Thank you very much, mate. It was hugely appreciated as well. And at this stage now, they are showing Michael Leach still. We are waiting for the arrival with the British and Irish Lions out onto the field. And once they are out there, all of a sudden the mood will become very apparent that these two sides will be locked into their positions or locked into their mindset of we need to win this game. Imagine if Japan can pull off the upset here, but Alan Wynne-Jones now, he's got another idea. He has got the lion in hand. The British and Irish Lions running out for the first time of the season. They will be heading to South Africa to face the Emirates Lions very soon, but for now, it is going to be the golden opportunity to show the world what they have got here. The eyes of the world are on this game as well. Japan just scored the first try, says Aiden, and most underrated YouTuber across the rugby community, says Smithy Toilet. Do appreciate that as well, mate. And you have been here since pretty much the start. So, yeah, I do appreciate all of you guys. They are showing Duhan van der Merwe. He will be making his debut for the British and Irish Lions today, and he will be hoping that he can do something very strong. That man's got a lot of Vaseline on him at the moment, which is an interesting situation we have also got in there. I might have to stay home, see what my mum says. As well, says James Gordon. Of course, you don't want to be spreading any bugs that you may have. That is for sure. It's 8 a.m. here, lol. Time for coffee and rugby. I love my life, says Scrumlass. And that's one thing. I feel like this is probably the ideal time for New Zealand, but all of the other games are kind of 4 a.m. and 6 a.m. And I feel like it's one of those ones that, yeah, it's going to be late nights in these live streams. That for sure. We have also got there, yeah, brother, hectic, hey, says Smithy Toilet. It was indeed. And we have also got Japan by 7, says Aiden. So he thinks he's going to be winning. And felt bad that I couldn't donate. I'll be able, or only be able to, if there's a Twitch stream as well, says Smithy Toilet. We haven't actually looked into Twitch for the Kiwi Lads Gaming, but perhaps that could be an option in the future if you guys are keen. Although I know, if I'm not wrong, if you're an affiliate on Twitch, it means that you can't live stream on YouTube, I think, is a little bit of the cross section, if I'm not wrong, but I'm not too sure. But at this stage, the Lions are bringing people together. Our foundations are built on breaking down barriers and forging friendships is the message that has popped up on the screen. We reject all forms of discrimination. The Lions are for all as well. And now it's going to be the Japanese national anthem. We are only around 5 minutes away from the kickoff. And yeah, it's going to be extremely exciting. I will once again show the benches for these sides. And then we will look at the starting lineups as we get a little bit closer. So the British and Irish Lions, they have got a pretty decent bench. Jamie George, Wynne-Jones, Kyle Sinclair. They've got quite a few English players coming off that bench rather than in the starting lineup. And Owen Barrell, I feel like as much as people love to hate him, he is still a very experienced player in the British and Irish Lions jersey. Him and Anthony Watson at the end of this game could well and truly cut it open. But then for the Japanese side, Kazuki Himino, I mentioned him earlier. Of course, he was playing for the Highlanders in Super Rugby. Loved watching him play. He is one of those players that if he has to get in that breakdown, he will dig deep and just end up getting hit by everyone. But he will get that ball every once in a while, as well as that. And we have also got in the chat, let's go Horowhenua as well. Got the game on TV while I got a blanket and just chilling on the couch with the laptop in front of me, says Smithy Toilet. And yeah, it's going to be a very exciting match. I feel like it doesn't feel like 2 a.m. here in New Zealand. It feels like it is lunchtime. We are ready to go for the match that is going to be taking place. They are showing the British and Irish Lions. I will show you guys their starting lineup as well. As you can see, they have got Tadhg Furlong coming on the field. That is because of Ferguson's injury. Also, the injury of Hamish Watson means he won't be at this game, and it is going to be Tadhg Byrne instead. So they brought in 2 Tadhgs, I have just realised, and also they are showing Duhan van der Merwe on that left wing side. He is going to be trying to cut the defence open with the pace and the power that that man has, and I am excited to see how it is going to be going. Then showing the Japanese side, they have got a few very good players in there. Of course, a few standouts in the Japanese top league. They've got the captain, Michael Leach. He is very experienced, was at the last World Cup, and I feel like that is something that maybe that experience factor will be able to help him out in this match. But showing the wingers in this one, Matsushima, and also it is Siosai Fafita. I normally just call him Fafita, and that is because I can't pronounce that one very well at all. And then looking at the benches once again for you guys, but I will read the chat. And we have also got there in the chat from Scrumless, by the way, Hamish, I am almost done with my that email. I said I'd send, promise I didn't forget. Sorry, it's been a week. It has been it's a kind of hefty email. Says Scrumless, so I'm looking forward to reading it. I feel like you're going to have a lot of information in there, which is going to be very helpful to me. And it is, of course, very much appreciated. Right, we will put the banner up. We are only moments away. Of course, the Lions don't have a national anthem, so that means that we are only moments away from the kickoff now. G'day, mate. I hope Japan win, says Luca Jones. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And at this stage in the poll in the chat, it's currently 27 votes. 44% of you guys have said that Japan will win this match. Could be an interesting one indeed. Are they going to be able to gel straight away, the Japanese side? They are showing the man who is in charge for this match, which in this one is going to be Pascal Gazeri, I believe it is. And also we have got 35-21 Lions to be realistic, 25-17 Japan, hopefully, as well. I have to go see you, says James Gordon as well. No worries, mate. We will see you later, mate. And yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. But it's just about to start. The British and Irish Lions going to be receiving the kickoff from Japan, going right to left at Murrayfield. That is the whistle. And the British and Irish Lions tour is underway, or at least the pre-season match, I guess you could call it, claimed nicely by the British and Irish Lions player. And by the looks of it, it's going to be Conor Murray who will be looking to put this ball up into the sky. He's got a long boot on him. And that is a good kick down the middle of the field, going to be taken nicely there by Yamanaka. And now it's going to be the counter attack for them there. And it was Aki who was driving forward for the Japan side, going short side now into the hands of their number 2. And at this stage, the Japanese side, they are a very physical outfit. So it will be exciting to see what they can do. But they've also got plenty of pace in this back line like we're about to see. It's going to be the man in the number 14 jersey, which is Matsushima for this one. I'll probably get a few names wrong early on in this tour. I do apologize in advance for that. But now it's going to be the back line once again now. Back into the hands of Sakate, who is driven down on the halfway line. But I am so excited for this tour. At this stage, it's going to be Michael Leach now selling a bit of a dummy. Goes to Fafita, close to the touchline. Somehow keeps himself in the field of play almost, but he is driven into touch by Josh Adams. And it is going to be the line-out throw now. We also got in there, hey, my man, how are you doing tonight? Go the Lions. As well, says Jeffrey Fockgood. And yeah, I am doing well. I am excited. Only a minute into this tour, and I am already absolutely loving it. I know that it's going to be a hard-hitting physical tour, but a lot of skill going to be shown by these two sides as well in this match. And then you've got South Africa in the future weeks. The South African province teams, such as the Bulls, the Sharks, claimed by the Lions there. And that one has gone down. Going to be in the hands of Ken Owens now. Going to be passing it back to Conor Murray. Looking like they're being told to use it. Almost looks like they're slightly looking for the drive, but now Ken Owens round the side. Looks like Murray once again is going to be putting it on the boot. And putting it up in the sky once again for Conor Murray with the Bucks kick. Josh Adams trying to chase this one down on the halfway line. Fends it back to his guy. And it's claimed by, I believe in the end it was James Moore who was able to take that one. So Gino now goes back to Tamura with the wide ball. Under the hands of Matsushima once again. The other wing trying to beat the defence of Duhan van der Merwe, but he drives him into touch there. And now it's going to be the line out for the British and Irish Lions. Good defence there by Duhan van der Merwe. I know that is one thing that a lot of people were questioning for his selection in this game was his defense. And tell you what, he's got his hands full there with Matsushima down the wing, but he has managed to drive him into touch. Very nicely done indeed. We have also got in the chat next Saturday will be incredible. Many international games on. Yeah, there's too many to count almost at this stage, but I am going to be trying to do every single one of them. So anyone who is new, be sure to hit that subscribe button, and I will be going right through all the games, including the All Blacks. I don't know whether the France versus Wallabies game will still be taking place due to COVID restrictions. Conor Murray now going short side to Duhan van der Merwe, running down the wing as the crowd applauds. And he has gone back to his feet, going again. Straight over the ball was Tamura, but he wasn't quite able to get it for the Japanese side there. Going to Wyn Jones now, the captain, getting his first carry of this series. Conor Murray back into the hands of Dan Bigger now. I believe Bundy Aki was in front of him, so they are going to be having a little bit of pressure. Oh, Matsushima with a little bit of a juggle, but he takes it nicely, running straight at Robbie Henshaw. And he has held him up beautifully. Little offload out the back, though, for side Gino. Now they are using their forwards once again at Japan, and they've got the advantage for the knock-on. Going short side once again, little grubber in behind it. He sold it beautifully. It's going to sit up, but didn't quite find the man. Going to be taken there by Matsushima right next to the touchline. Running onto it beautifully was Yamanaka. But he has been tackled now by the British and Irish Lions once again. Going to side Gino, like they are mentioning, haven't played a test match since the World Cup at this stage, Japan, where they were knocked out in the quarterfinal, unfortunately, by South Africa. Oh, the captains dropped that one with a fumble. And because of it now, it's going to be a straight penalty to the British and Irish Lions for Leach not releasing the ball on the ground. And because of it now, will the British and Irish Lions take... Will they take the 3 points? Oh, Dan Bigger kicking for the corner. He's decided that they are going to be playing aggressive in this match, the British and Irish Lions. They almost have to. They want to test out everything that they can in this matchup to then head into South Africa and have a very good chance of winning those games. We've also got in there, in the chat, this wasn't into touch. Refs already chewing the Lions as well. Says Billy Diller, and also who wins State of Origin game 2. I feel like it's going to be very hard for Queensland to come back from that massive loss. But I think if anyone can do it, it would be Queensland. But I think it's still going to go to the Blues, but it's going to be a little bit closer in that regard. And we have also got there surely another $600 donation. Says Neville Singh. I don't know whether that's going to be happening on this live stream. Like I mentioned earlier on, I think everyone's wallet's probably already empty at this stage. And we have also got there, did Kiwi Lads get a $600 donation yesterday, says Scrum Lass. It was a whole heap of different donations from people that did add up to around that mark, which was just crazy support on the channel, and it's all going straight back into the channel. We've already upgraded the live streaming software so that we are in HD. But speaking of HD, we need some lighting, or else it doesn't really matter if the camera's good if we're in the dark. That is for sure. There we go. We are lit up now like a Christmas tree. They are showing Tadhg Furlong there, which maybe he's picked up. Yeah, he's got a little bit of strapping on the head there, Tadhg Furlong. I almost said that with an Irish accent as well. And we have got, please can you show the rugby how to do that vote? He asked how to do it. It is in the YouTube live stream section, I guess you could call it. I think it's, if he goes into the YouTube manager, I think it is called. It's pretty tricky, but I will be able to show him because I do talk to him quite a bit. So I can help him out with that. Now it's going to be Conor Murray inside of the 22 now. Running out of the line, Rory Sutherland. And at this stage, the British and Irish Lions, they want to strike first. And that is going to be going straight into the hands of Conor Murray once again now. It's going to be Henderson driving for good tackle on him by Fafita, though. Conor Murray skipping around the side of the ruck, but straight on the ball with Japan, and that's going to be the penalty to the Japanese side, and they are fired up already, only 5.5 minutes into this one. We've also got in the chat, Warren has said that the British and Irish Lions winning 29-14. Could be a possibility. I think it is going to be a high-scoring one between these two sides, that is for sure. And we have also got there 700, says Billy Diller, and 25 all draw, says AJ. That would be a surprising one. Okay, just tell him how to do it as well, says Barry Green. Will do. And where are you planning to purchase, brother? Geez, how much KFC buckets can you buy? It would be quite a few, that is for sure. George will be extremely happy about it. Loves himself a wicked wing as well. Michael has said F in the chat as well. And we have also got in there holy shit, wowzers as well, says Scrumless. Yeah, I couldn't believe it at the time. George was kind of going, come on, guys, let's keep on going higher. But, yeah, at that stage, I was just in shock pretty much. But Conor Murray, in the end, the penalty was won. I believe it was won by the number 7, if I'm not wrong, for Japan. But they have claimed that one off the line out now. Going to be Saigino picked up there. He is still going here, Saigino. That is a great run by the number 9. Or I believe someone else stole that ball off him. Now they're going short side once again here. Sells the dummy a little bit. And he is getting driven towards the touchline, number 13, which in this one is Lafaeli. That is a name that I will have to learn how to say properly. Now it's going to be a good gap for Tamura, but he hasn't quite been able to find his way through. Wyn Jones trying to steal that one. Now it's going to be Tamura once again. Quick hands now at the back line. Now it's going to be Lewis Skagny, who is going to be starting the rolling maul. The Lions giving away a lot of meters here. But this one, he has got the knees on the ground, and it is going to be a penalty, I believe, for the player coming in through the side, I think is the call there. And we always got, thank you, some rugby for the weekend as well, says Java. Yeah, we've got plenty on in not just this weekend, also next weekend. You've got a huge amount. The British and Irish Lions taking on the Emirates Lions, I believe, is going to be next week. Also, South Africa taking on Georgia. Who else is there? All Blacks versus Tonga, Samoa versus Maori All Blacks. Wallabies versus France might be on the cards as well. Going to be a very exciting one, but they are showing Tamura, then went to Nakamura, and at this stage, Wyn Jones is down, and that is not what you want to see your captain at this stage. After 7 minutes into the first match, already down score, says Con, at this stage, it is 0-0 between these two sides after 7 minutes, and Wyn Jones is holding on to his hand at the moment. We haven't got with the money you've made on the stream. You can purchase 10 shares for AMC. If you want, you should. With 10 shares, because best case scenario, that would be $1 million. Says Millie, I feel like I know nothing about investing, which is why I probably don't know whether I will put it down that route. But I will be going into some sort of equipment for the channel, whether it is a game for the gaming channel or just something to do with maybe a new microphone or something along those lines. Love Georgia to beat the Springboks, says Aiden. Yeah, well, it would be an upset and a half if that was the case. Where can I watch the game? And streaming, says Leonardo. What country are you in, Leonardo? Do let me know. Wyn Jones is going to be making his way off the field. Courtney Laws making his way out there for Ian Henderson now, they are showing. But Wyn Jones might have a broken hand or a broken wrist or something along those lines. He has been taken off the field after 7 minutes. And you can see that he is absolutely gutted. The big man, but Courtney Laws making his way out there for Wyn Jones. They actually had that he was coming on the field for Henderson, but instead it is Wyn Jones. And that is not what he would have been wanting early on in this tour. AMC's pretty much Bitcoin in a shares version as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also we have got, yeah, man, you should. And Love from Munster, Ireland. I've purchased 2,000 shares. I'd purchased 2,000 shares. I've purchased each share when the value of the share was $2. Now it's worth 60 US dollars. As well, says Smithy Toilet. So you seem to know quite a bit about investing, perhaps. Love from Munster, Ireland as well, says Con. Welcome in. We've got people from all around the world watching these live streams, and I do appreciate all the support that we've been having on them. And when translated to New Zealand dollars, it's worth $80. Would be huge money as well, says Smithy Toilet. Although I think the big thing is, can you kind of take the money out or take your share out when it is at a good price, or is it one of those ones that is kind of locked in there for a long time? Connor Murray now is going to be putting this ball in to the scrum, and it's going to be a penalty. And at this stage, it is going to go to Japan. Free kick for the push just being a little too early from this British and Irish Lions. Now it's going to be the captain, Leach, driving forward just outside of the 22 now. Going to be Muffy now, having another run at the line, 22 out. So Geno now going short side, straight into the hands of Sakate once again. But great defense from Dan Bigger there, driving him backwards. Going to be Leach now, dropping the head and driving at Courtney Laws, the man who's just come out on the field side. Geno now goes to Tamura Nakamura on the outside, linking up nicely. It's going to be in the hands of Matsushima, who's trying to step around a gap, but he is going to be stopped there by, in the end, it was Ollie Kalin, and they are saying that his knees weren't on the ground, so that's going to be going the way of the British and Irish Lions. That was an interesting one. The Japanese players are going, he was on his knees. But in the end, I believe it was Jack Cannon, Jack Cannon, I believe it is. And yeah, his knees ended up. Did he get the knee on the ground? I think he almost, it was close. But then from there, it meant that it is going to be the penalty to the British and Irish Lions. We always got Go Japan, as I said, scrum lesson also. Yep, you can take it out anytime, but I don't recommend it as well. I've made $190,000 in shares. If I were to sell it now, I'd have 190K, but I'm waiting for the value to share to rise as well. Sorry, I was cleaning my keyboard. Says scrum lesson as well with a whole heap of different ones. Please give field position so we get a better idea of territory. Thanks, says Anthony. I will try my best at the moment inside of the 22. And the British and Irish Lions have got the scrum feed. So they will be trying to drive their way out of their own 22, although I think they will be kicking this one if they can win it. That one has gone down in the front row. Is the ball in? I think it's stuck underneath at the moment. And the ball hasn't really moved. It's going to be rolled back by Connor Murray there, firing it back now. Dan Bigger puts it on the boot. Kicks it down the middle of the field. That one is going to be finding touch just inside of the half of Japan, and they are not taking this quick throw now. So they decided against it. It's just a start. It'll rise drastically as well. See Smithy Toilet. Although I guess with those ones, there is always that risk that it could go the other way, isn't there? And I feel like I'm one of those guys who don't end up taking those risks purely because of the risk reward. I feel like, yeah, if I was to invest anything, it would only be like a few dollars just because of the fact that I couldn't trust myself not to end up taking it out at the wrong time. That one has been won by Japan inside of their half. It's going to be driving forward once again there. With the battering ram, going to be a little kick in behind from Shy Gino. That's going to be bouncing awkwardly. I believe it's going to be a penalty there. And it's going to be a penalty to the British and Irish Lions who take the quick tap now. Dan Bigger offloads it all. They're going back. And in the end, it was unfortunate for them. They almost were able to get that one going, the British and Irish Lions, with a quick tap, but they have called it a knock on. And because of it now, it is going to be going back. But I think it is a penalty to the British and Irish Lions. Lions debut in it. Hope you're doing well as well, says Sebastian. Yeah, that's the thing. This is actually the first ever British and Irish Lions tour that I've done on the channel. We weren't doing videos on this anyway in 2017 when the last one was in New Zealand. So I'm excited. And then the next thing, of course, is going to be a World Cup. But we aren't quite there yet. Only around 900 days away, though. Investing is so dicey as well, says Scrum Lass. Yeah, I feel like I am terrible at it because I feel like I sit on the fence when it comes to rugby matches. So I don't know what it'd be like when trying to pick something to invest in. Yeah, it'll usually go down, but you just got to wait for the perfect time to sell your shares as well. So in the end, Dan Bigger did try and do that one. And then from there, I think they called it a forward pass, but they went back there. And now it is going to be, what are they going to do? Dan Bigger asking for the ball. They are around the halfway line at the moment. So the big question is, are they going to decide to kick it for touch? Yes, they are. Dan Bigger kicking for touch, and it has gone out on the 22 line now. And the British and Irish Lions are going to have a chance to possibly go for a bit of a rolling maul to see if they can get a few more meters here as well. And that's the thing. This is only the first match of the British and Irish Lions tour. Like, I guess some people don't consider this the first match, although it is free to air on a lot of channels, which is pretty awesome. The likes of the UK, I think it is completely free to watch the game. Ken Owens now throwing that one. Been taken nicely by Henderson. Now a little offload goes to Bundy Arki, who is driving forward only 10 metres out. Now the British and Irish Lions round the side. And it is going to be Josh Adams, I believe, to put the head down trying to get that one. Tuparik offloads it to Owens now, who is getting closer and closer to the line. 5 metres out now for the British and Irish Lions. Connor Murray goes back to Bigger. Quick answer, Robbie Henshaw. And he is going to be dragged down by Arki. Only 5 metres short. Goes out onto the wing to Josh Adams. Reaches out. And it's the first try of the British and Irish Lions tour. And he has fired up Josh Adams right now because he knows that that is what his side needed to get in the lead. I will quickly update the scoreboard and then I will read the chat. But that is the first try of this tour. They are saying that he had a very good, he had quite a good Six Nations overall, Josh Adams, I felt. He did have a couple matches that maybe didn't quite go his way, but that was a very nice run. Going short side, knew that there was space, knew that there was that opportunity. And then from there, Henshaw only 5 metres short. Out the back, Connor Murray goes to the right-hand side. Josh Adams, that little step was what sold it. And then so Gino just wasn't quite able to stop the man, puts the ball down and scores the first try of this match. Right, I will quickly update this scoreboard. We will put Josh Adams on, scoring after 13 minutes. Brilliant try for Josh Adams to get this British and Irish Lions tour underway. There we go. And at the moment, it's 5-0 to Japan. Dan Bigger now going to be taking this kick. Very experienced kicker indeed. And he would love to be able to put this one straight down the middle. Oh, it's an awkward flying one, but it's gone over for Dan Bigger. So now the score is going to be 7 to the British and Irish Lions and 0 to Japan at this stage. I did actually do a video on this match on Rugby Challenge. And I think in the end, it was a pretty high-scoring one, and I feel like this one could be the same as well. It's logical to go South Africa because they won the World Cup, but they haven't played since the Rugby World Cup as well. Who do you think is the best team in the world right now? Says Con. Can I answer that question in a couple of weeks' time when we've seen a few more international games? Of course, we're going to see the likes of France versus the Wallabies. Also, All Blacks taking on Tonga and Fiji. And then, there are a few other games. Japan are actually taking on Ireland, I believe, is their next game that they're going to be playing as well. That one has now gone high. 7-0 at the moment to the British and Irish Lions, taken nicely by Cannon there. And a counter ruck from the Japanese side, and they have been almost able to steal that ball. But they just protected 20 metres out from their own line here, the British and Irish Lions. Conor Murray now has been told to use it, puts it high, but it has been charged down. And Sakate now getting close to the ball. Dan Bigger takes it inside of his own in goal line. Sakate almost able to pull off a big upset there. Almost taken quickly as well by Yamanaka, decides against it. We have also got almost that 3K subs. OMG, congrats as well, says Scrumless. Yeah, it's been crazy how much we've been growing lately. And it is pretty awesome, just the way that the channel keeps on going. Like normally when we do Northern Hemisphere Rugby, we used to only have about 6 viewers at a time. I remember, I think it was for the Six Nations, we only had a few. But now we have got 75 people watching at the moment, and I thank every single one of you for being here. Now it's going to be Mafi running out at Tuparik, who does drag him down on the 22 line for Japan now. Going to be the man in the number 1 jersey. And Aki has been tackled there. Almost going to be a penalty. Bundy Aki just rips that ball away in the breakdown. And it was a very nicely done little offload back now to Liam Williams. Hasn't got a lot of space, but he is trying to find a gap, but he has run straight at the loose forwards. And because of it now, it's going to be a penalty to the British and Irish Lions for the player leaving the feet, unfortunately for him. I'm excited. Bundy Aki just giving the ref a nice little cuddle there at the stage. And we have also got their debut try in it as well, says Sebastian. That's the thing. There's quite a few British and Irish Lions players who are on debut on this one. Duhan Fundamerva, I think, is one that everyone are talking about in this one. Knew Josh Adams would deliver for the Lions as well, says Mark Joe. Yeah, a lot of people were doubting him because of the likes of maybe Reece Samet and also Fundamerva, saying maybe to have those very young guys in there. They're both in there, of course, but yeah, Josh Adams still a very class player as well. And we always got would be a good bet as well, says Con. And also we had in there from Peter has said 2 more years for France to peak as well. And yeah, that's the thing. The World Cup in 2023, it's going to be a very intense one. Like there are probably, I want to say there are probably going to be around 8, or 8 might be too many, but there's going to be a lot of teams who have got a decent chance of being able to win it. And that is what's going to make it so exciting. Conor Murray now, once again, going to the left-hand side to Courtney Laws, the man who's already out on the field because of Wyn Jones's injury. That's Alan Wyn Jones, the captain. He is off the field, 40 metres out now, the British and Irish Lions. Dan Bigger, little bit of a no-sell to Tuparik, straight on the ball with the Japan side, but they weren't quite able to get a Robbie Henshaw running hard at the line, getting driven backwards by Van der Vault. That was a very nice tackle indeed. Now it's going to be driving forward once again for the British and Irish Lions. Goes back to Bigger, puts the ball high. Going to be Jay Steer. Who wants it at this stage? Looks like an awkward one to line up. Taken beautifully by Matsushima, though. And now it's going to be Nakamura running backwards. Back into the hands now of Tamura, who's trying to find the gap. Little offload now. This is beautiful stuff from Japan, but it's been given away to Robbie Henshaw, who has been able to steal it 40 metres out. And at this stage now, little offload out the back. Who wants it? Josh Adams has got the ball running completely sideways at the moment here. But the British and Irish Lions straightens and gets hit hard in the tackle by Anaki. Now it's going to be a wide ball for Dan Bigger. Goes backwards to Parik. Out to Fundamerva. He's got plenty of pace. He's got plenty of strength as well. Breaks the tackle. But he is dragged down by Tamura now. Conor Murray going back to Ken Owens. Only 30 out now. At the moment, the British and Irish Lions on attack. Dan Bigger goes back to Henderson. Quick hands to Sutherland now. In the middle of the field, they have got options left and they've got options right. They go to the right-hand side. Dan Bigger out now to Josh Adams on the wing. But he has been dragged down there. And Fafita straight on the ball, but not able to get it. Duan Vandermeer goes to short side. And he scores a try on debut for the British and Irish Lions. In the 17th minute, I will update the score once again. This looks like it could be a high-scoring one for the British and Irish Lions at the rate that they are going. But Duan Vandermeer was able to score that try. And he is on debut, like I mentioned. Just went short side in the end, Japan. The back line was looking beautiful up until Robbie Henshaw did steal that ball. Then from there was just a good backline movement. And then from there, they just went wide. Dan Bigger, great pass out to Josh Adams, who was tackled right next to the touchline. Duan Vandermeer plays scrum half, saw the gap on that blind side, and ran his way all the way to the try line. Very nicely done by that man. Duhan Vandermeer. There we go. And he did score in the 17th minute of this matchup for the British Irish Lions. And at this stage, they are starting to try and run away with this one early. Jack Noah's like that powerful runner. And he is going to be playing 15 for the Exeter Chiefs in the match that is going to be taking place pretty much straight after this one for the final of the Premiership. I am actually going to be doing that game too, if I do have time to make the thumbnail and everything. And that one should be very exciting as well. 100 plus votes in the poll. Japan are doing a lot better than I expected as well. I will have a quick look at that in a very short moment after Dan Bigger does convert this one or miss Of course, I think he is looking like, yeah, he's striking the ball well straight down the middle for Dan Biggar. And now the score is 14-0 to the British and Irish Lions. Good start to the match for them. Right, we have updated that. I will have a check at the poll. Yeah, 106 votes at the moment. 64% saying the British and Irish Lions will win this match. And then 36% saying that Japan will. But if you haven't already, be sure to vote in that poll. Also, subscribe to the channel if you are new. It is very much appreciated. And we are going to be covering a lot of matches of rugby over the next few weeks, leading probably all the way to the World Cup, to be honest. I do really enjoy doing these live streams and having you guys all in the chat makes it that much better as well. Now we have more, no more Kieran as skipper, and that's a big deal as well. Says Scrum Lass. And that one has been taken nicely by Cannon there. And taken down by Leach, the captain for Japan. Now he will be wanting to fire up his side. They look fired up when they won a penalty early on, but they are going to need to keep that intensity probably for the full 80 minutes if they want a chance in this one. Now it's going to be Conor Murray once again with the box kick. Looking for a bit of space. Going to be taken by Yamanaka there. Taking it nicely, but Biggar meets him on the halfway line. So Gino goes back now to Van der Vault. Nice pass there out from Nakamura. Out onto the wing now. And it's going to be, oh, that's a great run from Lavascagni. Just inside of their own half here, Japan. That's a big tackle from Tadhg Furlong. He doesn't miss too many, that is for sure. Now it's going to be a nice quick back line for Japan. Once again, trying to sell the dummy, but Dan Biggar making another tackle. He has been extremely busy throughout the early stages of this match. Going to be dragged down once again for Japan. Just putting a few phases together now. Now it's going to be Ku, who has had another run at the line. So Gino going across field. Oh, it's a little bit of a miscommunication. It's hit the ref there. And because of it now, he has set the Japanese player up big time. And not releasing is the call. And because of it now, it is going to be the penalty to the British and Irish Lions. Dan Biggar going for the kick early. And it has gone into touch. Tell you what, the British and Irish Lions, they are playing this game with pace at the moment. Double blow of the whistle. And I think it was maybe Ku, Jiwon Ku, who was down there maybe, if I'm not wrong. And at this stage, they are having a team meeting here, the British and Irish Lions. And we have also got something that everyone should know about the All Blacks as well. And we have also got their Go Duhan from Vut. And also, did you hear Sons of Zion's new song, Hamish Brother? Love the Run, or Love the Run, featuring Jackson Owens, bloody banger, as well as Smithy Tour. We'll have to check it out. New Zealand reggae hits different, as well. Yeah, there are quite a few good songs that have come out of New Zealand, that is for sure. That's another injury for the British and Irish Lions. They are losing players flat out at the moment. Who is that? I'm not sure whether that, yeah, it's Tuparik, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Justin Tuparik also off the field now. They are losing two players so far, the British and Irish Lions. First, their captain, Alwyn Jones, and now Justin Tuparik. And, of course, Tuparik was out there, and now it's going to be Falatau, who is making his way out there as well. Who's next as well? Says Sebastian. As in the flag or as in something else? Yeah, bro. What's your favourite song, Cuzzy? I feel like Sons of Zion. I feel like I still go back to maybe something along the lines of Use Somebody. Is that Sons of Zion? I think it is. If I'm not wrong, is it live? It is indeed, although I am only able to provide commentary because of copyright, unfortunately. But at this stage, 21 minutes into this game, and the British and Irish Lions have scored the 2 tries already. Going to be Ken Owens now with the rolling ball on the 22. Little kick and behind attempt. And it's going to be another penalty to the British and Irish Lions. And at the moment, it is just a repeated penalty after penalty against Japan. And now Dan Biggar asking for the ball. He wants to play this game at an insane pace. But unfortunately, when is the match starting? It did start 22 minutes ago at this stage. And just the 2 tries, Josh Adams and Duhan van der Merwe are the 2. Wales try, Scotland try. Who's next? Oh, says Sebastian. I feel like with the amount of English players, or I'm going to go Wales is next. No, Wales has already scored. Sorry, my brain's not working. Ireland and then England is my order that I think they are going to be scored in. Bro, that song's a banger. Owen's a mean singer as well. All claim nicely there. And now it's going to be the rolling ball for the British and Irish Lions going sideways. Only about 10 metres out from the line now. Ken Owens got this ball at the back, trying to drive forward. It's looking good for the British and Irish Lions. Trying to get his way over the line. He's not allowed to score it, though, because he is Welsh. And the reasoning behind that is the fact that we said it was going to go Wales. Then, oh, that's a great run. Robbie Henshaw. He's allowed to score it, and he just did. And Robbie Henshaw gets the try right. The next try needs to be scored by someone from England, and then I am 4 from 4 there. That is a beautiful run from Robbie Henshaw, a man who was in form for the Six Nations, continuing that now into the British and Irish Lions store. We'll update that one. Robbie Henshaw 23rd minute, was able to score the try. I'm going to run out of space. Actually, I'm not, because they did extend how many characters you are allowed, but that is going to be a nice, easy kick as well for Dan Biggar, which will make the score 21-0 to the British and Irish Lions. They are pouring it on at the moment. Is it on now? Says, or it is on now. Says Greg Galway. It is indeed. And we have Oscar up there. Bro, that song's a banger. I think I read that one already, though. But on the 22 now, Dan Biggar is going to be taking this kick. Should be able to get this one. Probably the easiest of the night, 24 meters out. Or the easiest of the afternoon, I guess I should say, because of the fact that we are in a different time zone, of course, at the moment here in New Zealand, 2:30 a.m. And he has got that one, Dan Biggar. So now 21-0 to the British and Irish Lions after 24 minutes. They're trying to go at a point a minute at the moment. And the question is, how long are they going to be able to keep up this intensity? They're going quick. They are going hard at the line of Japan. And at this stage, Japan need to find an answer, or else it could well and truly be a complete runaway in this matchup as well. I'm just making sure everything is running smoothly. It seems to be not too bad. I did upgrade so that it was going to be in higher quality. So hopefully it is working all right. But do let me know if it lags or anything like that, and I will try my best to be able to fix it. Georgia versus South Africa score prediction. To be honest, I feel like it could go the same way as this match is going at the moment, with the Springboks running away with it. And then maybe I feel like Georgia will score 1 or 2 tries though. But of course, the British and Irish Lions, they have got good defense. Also, the Springboks, they have got good defense, as we saw in their Rugby World Cup final up against England. So it's one of those ones that if they can keep their defensive line up and keep it strong, I feel like it's going to be very hard for the Georgian side to be able to break through. But Conor Murray now inside of his own 22 now, firing it back to Dan Biggar, who is going to be kicking this one for touch. And it has gone into touch. Yamanaka taking that one, decides against a quick throw. He was calling for it, the man on the inside, but decided against it. Now he's taking it to Aki. And I feel like he waited a very long time to do that. Oh, sorry, Murphy. I keep on saying Aki, but it was Murphy, but they have won the penalty now, Japan. I'll be supporting Georgia as well, says Aiden, and we haven't got any way to watch the matches from Vanuatu, says Peter. A rugby pass in Vanuatu? I'm not, or Vanuatu, sorry. Because if they are, that is the option. That is one. I'll see if I can find you another option, Peter, because hopefully they do show a few of the games. I'll have a quick look while we are waiting for this ball to go into touch off that kick. It's a good kick as well from Japan. Right, what can I find out? Vanuatu. I'm not sure whether rugby pass is a thing in Vanuatu or not, but I will also check another source, because I know in the UK it is free to watch. But other than that, I'm not really seeing too many other options, unfortunately, for the live game. I know that the British and Irish Lions, I think they were showing some sort of build-up on their channel, but I'm not too sure whether or not they are still doing that. I will have another look once this ball goes over the top. Japan not quite able to claim it there. Yes, they do. A little not straight throw there, though. So because of it now, it is going to be Kanoan's getting helped up. Looked like he was about to get a little bit angry at the man, but in the end, it means that it is going to be the scrum feed for the British and Irish Lions. I'll put $1 on them as well, says Aiden, for 28-20 as well. And we have got Faze in the chat earlier on. I am sorry that I did miss your message. 16-66 for the Springboks to win. I feel like that won't be a mile off. I feel like the Springboks will come to play in that game. They will be playing some fast-paced, hard-hitting rugby that we do know for that Southern Hemisphere, right? I feel like my spelling, when I'm talking at the same time, goes out the window. Trying to spell British, and it's not a hard word to spell, but I was struggling big time there. Okay, yeah, they have stopped their live stream on the British and Irish Lions website, or sorry, on their YouTube channel. So I guess that was just a build-up that they were doing. So yeah, hopefully you will be able to find a way, though. Whether or not rugby passes in Vanuatu, I'm not too sure. But hopefully, if not, we will be able to keep you informed about what is happening in these matches as they are happening. 27 minutes into this one at the moment. And at the British and Irish Lions, that is going to be another penalty to them at scrum time. And yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what is going to be happening over the next few weeks. Of course, they have also got the likes of playing the Emirates Lions. Then they are playing the Sharks. Then I think it is the Bulls, then the Stormers, or I think South Africa A are in there as well. And then the 3 matches up against the Springboks. I have no idea why they don't just stream all the games on YouTube and run ad. It literally makes zero sense to do it. Otherwise, so many people are sitting around wanting to watch, or so many people just sitting around wanting to watch. Most people have phones as well, says Scrumlace. That is a good point. And I did see that there is actually a app that does the Major League Rugby ones as well, Scrumlass, for those games that I won't be able to find on YouTube or on Sky Go when they are playing. But Ken Owens now, he is going to be throwing this one in for the line out, closing the gap a little bit here by the looks of it, Japan. So they are just getting a little bit of a telling off there. But yeah, it is going to be thrown in by Owens once again. And the British and Irish Lions, they will once again be wanting to strike. Courtney Law's taking that one nicely. And we have had a player from Wales, a player from Scotland, and a player from Ireland all able to score now. So we are going to be waiting and seeing whether or not an English player is going to be able to score. Jack Cannon now is taken down to the ground. Putting it back there for Conor Murray. Going to the left-hand side now. It's going to be Talupe Faletau. He's dropped the ball, though, and it was a little knock-on. And because of it now, it is going to be a scrum beat to Japan once again. I reckon 29-12 to the ABs as well, says Smithy Toilet. And Mornay Stay Mapimpi red cards in the first half as well, says Aiden. And Mapimpi, you reckon, says Smithy Toilet. I mean, to be fair, if it was a red card, of course, that completely changes the dynamic of the game. So it's one of those ones, if there is going to be one, and it is against a Springbok player, perhaps Georgia might have a little bit more of a chance in that one. But that's going to be a 5 a.m. kickoff here in New Zealand, and I think I'm still going to be up for it. But then the problem is it's 5 a.m., and then the next game is the Māori All Blacks taking on Samoa, and that is at 4:30 p.m. So I think I'm going to have to sleep up to the point of 5 a.m. and then go back to sleep and then wake up at around maybe 4 for the next live stream. It's going to be a busy weekend, that is for sure. Now it is going to be going short side once again, or sorry, long side, although it's not called long side, but it is going to be driving forward for Japan. 15 metres out from their own line at the moment. Leach there. Going back. Nice wide ball out into the hands of Yamanaka close to the touchline, but he is going to be driven down by Robbie Henshaw. Now, once again, Saigino going short side, goes to Tamura. I keep on saying going short side, even though they're not going short side. I feel like it's my new favourite phrase at the moment. Saigino now going back. Now it's going to be a nice little backline opportunity for it was Lafa'ali who was trying to drive forward. So Gino once again going back to Tamura. And at this stage, if they can hold on to this ball for a little bit of time here, Japan, they will be able to get something going. Nakamura with the little grubber in behind. Going to be handled by, in the end, Liam Williams. Takes it beautifully, and now he has got the ball for his side once again. And I would think maybe Conor Murray, he will either be kicking this one or firing it back for Dan Biggett to be able to do so as well. Going to be going down to ground once again. Henderson with the carry there. Has been told to release the Japanese player. And at this stage, this game, I feel like the British and Irish Lions, they are only about maybe 3 or 4 minutes away from getting another try, or maybe Japan will be the side to get it almost taken by Duan Whanamurva. But now it is going to be going back. Knock-on advantage against Japan. Liam Williams going across the field now into the hands of Cannon. Goes for the pass. He didn't mean to pass it like he did, but that one is going to be going back now once again. And at this stage, we are seeing a few handling errors and whatnot between these two sides. And I feel like that is just because of the fact that both sides probably haven't played too much together in recent time. Just a little knock on from Jack Cannon there, which did cause the opportunity for them to go back. And I think it is going to be going back for the scrum to Japan. I just opened my Rugby Network app. That is what it is called. And they streamed the Samoa versus Māori All Blacks game yesterday. They have archived it, or they have it archived. I'm guessing my USA people are starting to get their together as well. Although I did actually try and see if I was able to see it while it was live, and I don't think it was live. So maybe they just went for the replay, or maybe it's because I'm in New Zealand that I wasn't able to access it, because maybe we would need a VPN to be able to do so. But at this stage now, it's going to be the British and Irish Lions scrum 45 metres out from their own line now, and 31 and a half minutes into this first half. And at this stage, I'm feeling a set play here for the British and Irish Lions. And at this stage now, they've already had 2 injuries, the British and Irish Lions. They can't probably really afford any more at this stage. Definitely not because of the fact that 2 of their players came out of the starting lineup because of injury. Ferguson and also Watson. That's going to be a penalty to the British and Irish Lions there. And it is going to be once again a penalty at scrum time. And at this stage, Tadhg Furlong is doing very decently. Same with Ken Owens and also Rory Sutherland in that front row, causing the Japanese side all kinds of trouble. But Dan Bigger now going to be kicking this one into touch. Collapsing scrum was the penalty. And yeah, at this stage, like they are saying, you can't maintain having that much pressure up against you. The scrum of the British and Irish Lions could be one of their keys throughout the store here. Just front rows going down in a hurry, and that was what the penalty was for. But now Ken Owens is going to be just outside of the 22, and he has got a very good opportunity of getting this line out straight if he can do so. Then the British and Irish Lions, they will be driving forward once again. Courtney Laws claiming that one. And now it's going to be the rolling maul. And it is looking strong for the British and Irish Lions, making metre after metre just inside of the 22 now. Trying to drive forward. They've been told to use it once. Owens goes back to Bigger now. Going to be Bundy Aki, who always runs hard at the line when he does get the opportunity. Murray goes to Falatau now. And he has Tadhg Furlong on his side. Murray with the little inside ball to Duhan van der Merwe. But he is dragged down once again. Conor Murray now going out to the winger. Bundy Aki one more. Into the hands now of Jack Cannon. He's out on the wing. And that was a brilliant run from the man, Conor Murray. Inside ball to Falatau running hard. But he has tackled very nicely there by Moore. Now it's going to be a little offload back. Awkward pass, but Robbie Henshaw takes it beautifully. Duhan van der Merwe finds the gap. Offload, not quite able to link up with Liam Williams, but it's going to be another penalty, I believe, to the British and Irish Lions. And at the moment, they've been playing this whole game under advantage at this stage. It was offside as the call. And unfortunately, once again, it's going to be the penalty up against the British and Irish Lions here. 21 points, not one English point as well, says Sebastian. Although, maybe we're not too far away. We have had one try from Wales, one try from Ireland, one try from, did I say Wales? I think I did. So one try from Scotland. Did I say Scotland? Probably did as well. But then the only side who haven't scored yet is someone from England. So maybe this is the golden opportunity that they need to be able to do so. Who have they got out there at the moment who is English? I feel like, it's probably going to be pretty tough for Courtney Laws to score the try for his side, but maybe that is the best option at this stage. He's going to be lifting the man on the line out by the looks of it. Goes to Henderson now, and it is going to be the rolling maul once again. Who has got it at the back? It looks like it's in the hands of Tadhg Furlong. That one has gone down. And at this stage, if they can't get this ball out here, it is going to be, no, they have got it out there. So now it is going to be Duhan van der Merwe met by a wall of defence there. But in the end, he tries to wrestle his way forward. But it was a good tackle, and it's going to be the penalty to Japan for not releasing there. And now we have got hardly any English playing, all involved in leagues. As well, says Peter, that is a good point. Of course, the Premiership final is going to be happening very soon between the Exeter Chiefs and Harlequins. Now, Harlequins, they're a side that not too many people expected to be in that final, but they have made their way all the way there. So maybe they will be able to possibly win themselves a Premiership title, although Exeter Chiefs, very strong side. So it will be a tough game for them. Kicked into touch there by Tamura. Then we have got there in the chat as well. British and Irish Lions 29-0 to Japan, or 29-0 against Japan, says Warren. And also we have got 28-25 All Blacks close game, but a win is that in that game. My prediction as well, says Mark Lowe. Is that for the Māori All Blacks or the All Blacks versus Tonga or Fiji? Do let me know. But yeah, it could be a close game between one of those sides. Of course, the All Blacks, they have also had a few injuries kind of lurking around. Braden Enor, the last player who has been left out. So maybe Whainānuku might get his opportunity in that All Blacks jersey after all. Tadhg Furlong goes back to Ken Owens on the halfway line, getting driven sideways. And at this stage, it looks like Conor Murray will be kicking this one high once again. Going to be chased hard by Dan Bigger. He is trying his best little bit of a block there. That's going to be taken there. And it was the mark called by Matsushima, and he will be kicking this one into touch. And straight into touch there. Or has he gone long? It's very close to the touchline. That's a great kick from Matsushima. Conor Murray thinking about taking it quickly, but Matsushima right there. So do it if you dare. And instead now it's going to be the line out. And that was a good kick to get them out of their own area there. Exeter power forward, or forward power as well, says Peter, sorry. And also we have got who got winning the Premiership. It's a hard one. I feel like I think Exeter Chiefs are probably going to win it, but the Harlequins, if they pull off the upset, that would be like the ultimate one because of the fact that they had to play the Bristol Bears and won in extra time. So I feel like it's one of those ones that I think Exeter Chiefs, but the Harlequins, if anyone can do it at this stage, it seems like it could be them. But we will have to wait and see. I'm hopefully going to be doing that game as well. But yeah, we will have to wait and see if I do have enough time to get the thumbnail. Conor Murray at the moment, 35 metres out from his own line. And it looks like he is going to be sending this one high once again. Does kick it up, Conor Murray. Going to be chased by Duhan van der Merwe. Trying to claim it. Doesn't quite get his hands on it, though. And that one is almost going into touch. Little knock on. So it is going to be the scrum feed to Japan once again. We have also got in there in the chat, in my opinion, either a close game or a blowout. If South Africa can maintain New Zealand ruck speed, I'll go for a slim victory for the Box. Maybe 21-17 for the Box as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, I feel like that first game between the Springboks and the All Blacks. That is a match that a lot of people are looking forward to because of the fact that there's that slight rivalry, but it's also a very big respect between the two nations. That it's like we're going to go out there and we're both going to probably end up hitting each other very hard, but at the end of the day, we just love playing the sport. Now it's going to be claimed by Japan in the scrum. Now it's a great seller to dummy there from Matsushima with the quick feet. But he has been dragged down by Fundamurva. That one has been knocked down by Conor Murray, and because of it, he's stolen that ball. Or has he? It looks like they are going to be checking something here. They are saying maybe Conor Murray did do a deliberate knockdown there. But Sagino went into the hands of Matsushima. Great step on that man. But then from there, Conor Murray, I think, is what they are checking here to see whether or not he did do it in a legal manner. But it was a great step. But Matsushima, that seller, the dummy, and the step, he has got very quick feet. But Duan Fundamurva so far has been marking him pretty nicely. And I feel like you've got to keep a very close eye on him. Because if not, he will make you pay and he will get through a gap and score tries as well. They are just going upstairs by the looks of it at this stage, perhaps. Just having a wee look to see who ended up possibly, just whether or not there was a deliberate knockdown, I think, is what they are looking upstairs for. And a majority of South Africa fans honour and respect the AB's huge respect for the Box. The young fans are a bit arrogant as well, says Millie Toilet. I feel like it's one of those ones kind of knowing like the kind of maybe last kind of 10 years or so, like you really get to see that even though they both try their best to be able to win those games, like after the games, like it's pretty much as if everyone is against each other for 80 minutes, but then they're kind of together after the 80. And yeah, that match is going to be very exciting at Eden Park and also at Forsyth Bar in Dunedin, only a little bit down the road as well. But it is going to be a scrum feed for Japan now. And at this stage, just outside of the 22, they want to get some points on the board in the last minute and a half of the first half. And yeah, we will have to wait and see whether or not they will be able to do so. But I will mention, if you are new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a like on this live stream and vote in the poll in the description or in the pinned comment. 143 votes at the moment. 73% are saying the British and Irish Lions will be winning this one. And at this stage, the front rows do go up. So we are going to have another scrum reset now. And that's something we've had quite a few of in this match. Also, quite a few scrum penalties up against the Japanese side, unfortunately having a bit of trouble with that front row. And yeah, we will have to wait and see whether that is going to be the case getting into the second half, of course, with a couple injuries for the British and Irish Lions. They will be possibly a little bit more tired than they would have liked to be. Alan Wynne-Jones and also Tuparik are both going to be out of this match for the rest of it. That one now, they're trying to wrestle him to the ground there. And now inside of the 22 are Japan. So Gino now fires it back. Going to be hitting the ball up here. Van der Vault getting one of his first carries of this match. Once again, so Gino, short ball now into the hands of Lavascagni. And at this stage, Japan are just trying to find that way through. Murphy with a great step. But he is dragged down on the 22 line. Once again, it's going to be an advantage up against Jack Cannon now for leaving his feet, unfortunately, in the breakdown for the man. And now Japan with the advantage. It is going to be at the halftime siren now. But they are going to be using the back line. Little kick of mine from Nakamura again was the attempt. And they are going to be going back now for the penalty to Japan. And we have got all teams are arrogant, especially the ones who haven't played senior rugby as well, says Peter. And also 56 watching 26 likes. Hit that like button, y'all, as well, says Scrum Lass. And yeah, hopefully you guys have been enjoying. Of course, some of these names I do struggle with just a little bit. But hopefully throughout the tour, they will start to get better, because I am actually looking at possibly doing the game between Japan and Ireland next week as well, because that could be a very exciting one to watch. They're going to be kicking for the corner with Tamura, who is going to be hoping to put it right into the corner and give them a very good opportunity of being able to score right at the end of this first half. They're only going to be about 5 meters out, like they are saying. They could have taken the 3, but when you're 21 points down, you've got to get a try on the board. Leading into halftime, they are showing the captain, Michael Leach. What will his plan be here? Now it is going to be Sakate, who has got this line-out throw for a side. Going to the middle here, almost stolen off the back. Once again, it's going to be taken nicely there. Both Fafita driving forward, only a metre short of the line now. And now who do they go to? So Gino with the flat ball bounce pass out the back line. Now they've got men in numbers. White ball once again out into the hands of Matsushima. But he is once again dragged down. close to the line. Oh, Robbie Henshaw fell awkwardly there. So Gino now has got that ball in hand, goes out the back line. It was an awkward one, and he was under a huge amount of pressure. But somehow that one has come free, and it's going to be a penalty to the Japanese side once again. And at this stage, they're only going to be about 5 meters out. He's getting a hug from one of the British and Irish Lions players as well, possibly trying to slow him down a little bit. What do they do now to Murray? They are 10 meters out. He's kicking for the corner once again here, Leach. They want to get that rolling ball try very soon. NZ don't play pattern rugby. Difficult to dissect either the box versus New Zealand games. They're immensely different as well. Yeah, it's one of those ones. Oh, they've taken a quick dab instead, and it's going to be Muffy now. Hit by Tadhg Furlong, little offload. So side Gino, now they're going short side once again. But it is going to be Yamanaka dragged down. And at this stage, the British and Irish defence just doesn't want to break. And it is what they're going to have to be doing up against a side like the Springboks as well in only a month or two's time. And that is going to be their ball once again here, Japan. Looking for the back line. Nakamura goes to Leach, the captain. Little offload to Lafaeli, who is getting driven backwards. That's going to be a rolling maul as well, is it? Was it called a maul? Yes, it was. And now it is going to be halftime. Was called a maul, and that is going to be going into the tunnel 21-0 to the British and Irish Lions. Here we go. We will update the scoreboard for now. British and Irish Lions, 21-0 at the moment. Japan aren't happy at the moment. It was called a maul very quickly in that situation, but they are showing Duan van der Merwe. He will be feeling that his debut is going pretty decently for him. I think the Box would do what England did to New Zealand unless they adopt structure, as well, says Peter. And yeah, it's going to be exciting to see those matches. Also, the Wallabies versus the All Blacks is a match that I feel like Super Rugby, everyone's saying that the All Blacks will run away with it. But I feel like with the Wallabies, if they combine a few of their good players from all their sides, they could actually make a very decent side. But the big question now is whether or not the France versus Wallabies games are still going to be taking place. Hopefully they do, but it is just that little bit of a worrying factor that maybe they will be called off due to restrictions. But looking at some statistics in this match at the moment, 56% possession for the British and Irish Lions in that first half, 54% territory, 3 tries to 0, meters carried. Japan actually had more with 156 to the 149 defenders beaten. They had more as well with 7-5. At this stage, you would say that Japan, other than not being able to get over the try line, they've been going decently. Tackles made, 79 made by both sides. It is exactly even, but less tackles missed by Japan, which at the moment gives them a 94% tackling success rate. So that is pretty decent as well. Ruck success, though, going in the favour of the British and Irish Lions. 11 from 11 line out so far. That tells you how many times the ball has gone into touch. The British and Irish Lions, they are not taking 3-pointers. They are going for the 7 every day of the week. And that is exactly what they're going to probably continue to do throughout the rest of this match as well. Just keep on going for 7-pointers. And we have also got England got the benefit of the doubt, adapting the enforcer plus workhorse formula. Underhill neglecting Barrett while Curry gets his paws on the ball as well, similar to Hooper and Pocock as well. And that is 2 names. That is Hooper going to be playing for the Wallabies this year. Because I know he went to Japan, of course, playing for the same side as Kieran Reid. This is Kieran, by the way, anyone who is tuning in now. He is supposed to be Kieran Reid because he has got a number 8 on his back, but he doesn't really look that much like him, to be fair. But now if I go like this, he actually looks like Steve Hansen. That's not Steve Hansen, that's Ian Foster. You're up late, says Rafaeliz. I am indeed, which is probably why I have got an Ian Foster mask in front of Kieran Reid at the moment. True, plus there is a spare Curry as well, says Peter. I feel like my brain is well and truly scrambled at the moment, but we have possibly still got one more match on after this one, which is going to be the Gallagher Premiership final. That is going to be between the Exeter Chiefs and the Harlequins, so that should be a very exciting matchup to watch. And yeah, hopefully it does all go smoothly. But I will mention, if you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll have a quick look while we are in the middle. We've had 150 votes at the moment on that poll as well. So I do thank you all very much for that. And having a look at this stage, we have managed to hit the 2,000. Whoa, we've hit 2,825 at the moment. We've gone up 6 on this live stream. So I do thank you all very much for that. Yeah, that's hugely appreciated. We have also got there, South Africa won't do what England did to New Zealand. New Zealand are more socially aware when it comes to the Box physical presence as well, says Smithy Toilet. At this stage as well, It's a hard one. I feel like another match that I'm looking forward to is seeing the rematch between the Pumas and the Wallabies, purely because of the fact that they had a couple very close encounters last year in the Tri-Nations, and those matches look like they could have gone either way. So we will have to wait and see whether or not it will be the case in the real-life one as well. At this stage, we are just waiting for the second half to get back underway. Like I mentioned, 56% possession for the British and Irish Lions, but more of the defenders beaten, more meters carried for the other side, which was Japan in this match. And they are going to be going and playing Ireland next weekend, I believe, if I'm not wrong. And then they have also got another game after that, but I can't quite think of who it is off the top of my head. But looking at the benches for the sides as well, I will move the scoreboard just for a moment, but they are already missing a couple players here. The British and Irish Lions, Wyn Jones, Alan Wyn Jones, that is, has been replaced by Courtney Laws. That was with some sort of wrist injury. So that is very unfortunate for the man. Then you've also got Talupe Faletau. He is out there, and that is replacing Tuparik. So at this stage, injuries are not being very kind to the British and Irish Lions. So they have to be very careful at whether or not they will be able to get through this match without any more, because, of course, Tadhg Furlong in the lineup because of the injury to, it was Ferguson, and then also there was the injury of Hamish Watson, which had Tuparik actually coming into the starting lineup, or actually that was Tyke Byrne, if I'm not wrong. But yeah, losing a couple players already. Final score, Georgia 48, Netherlands 15, as well, says Gregory. So that is a good performance from Georgia there once again, and they are going to be playing the Springboks next week. So that is going to be a very exciting one indeed. At this stage, 21-0 for the British and Irish Lions here. South Africa won't do what New Zealand or England did to New Zealand. New Zealand are more socially aware when it comes to the box, physical presence as well. And we have got happening due to Barra at 6 as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. That is for sure. I'm excited for every game of rugby that we have got over the next little while. We've got plenty of it on as well. So there is absolutely probably no time spare in the week other than just rugby, which I am not complaining about one bit. With also the All Blacks getting their first game in next week. So much rugby, to be fair. I feel like I'm going to get burnt out after about 2 or 3 more weeks, but yeah, it's going to be awesome while it lasts. We have got the England semi-final game. Was a rare occurrence. Didn't expect to happen frequently. Don't expect it to happen frequently. New Zealand Rugby Union. Credulous. Is that how you pronounce that one? I feel like I might have pronounced it wrong there. But hopefully it wasn't too far off. But yeah, at this stage, they are showing highlights from a New Zealand game, which I feel like I love watching. The Chiefs versus the Highlanders. Of course, the Blues were able to win the Super Rugby Trans-Tasman competition. So much rugby, said Scrumless. That's not even factoring in some of your MLR ones as well. So maybe we will have to add them to the schedule. I've actually got a schedule leading up to October with every single live stream that I plan on doing. And it is pretty full. But I think I am always adding to it. Like, I keep on finding new matches that I'm like, I quite like to watch that. And then I end up putting it on there. The likes of the under-20 New Zealand side taking on the under-20 Wallabies was one match that I had a little bit of an eye on, wondering how it was going to be going. Wake up, eat, watch rugby, go to sleep, wake up. My weekly schedule as well, says Millie Toilet, mine too. And at this stage, although I guess I add to that with editing on that list as well, like with the amount of channels that we've got running at the moment, I have actually ended up in control of the Kiwi Lads gaming one now, because George has gone on to the Kiwi Lads Reacts. So I am well and truly snowed under that, is for sure. Rugby, while childish knocking on the table as well, says Sebastian. And also, yeah, I'm watching a recorded LA versus San Diego match at the moment as well, says Scrumlass. So yeah, it's going to be, are they showing the British and Irish Lions tour at all in the USA? Scrumlass, do let me know. It's one of those ones, the Māori All Blacks versus Manu Samoa game was a rarity. Like, no one could really find it. And I saw in the chat that there were a lot of people kind of asking whereabouts they could find the game, but all of the ones in Australia weren't actually showing it. So that was one of those interesting situations. Yeah, and hopefully they do the second game, though. And I think they have got plans to. But yeah, anyone who is just tuning in now, at this stage, the British and Irish Lions, 3 tries in that first half. First one scored by Josh Adams. Second by Duhan Fundamerva on debut. And then the third was scored by Robbie Henshaw. So at the moment, we've gone Wales, Scotland, Ireland, and now we need an English try to be able to make the perfect 4. And of course, there are no bonus points in this one, only pride, and they want to get a lot of points on the board here, the British and Irish Lions. Give them that momentum heading into the match up against the Emirates Lions, which is going to be taking place next week. Well, actually, I think I've actually got the full schedule here as well for the British and Irish Lions. I haven't got it up on screen, but I can read it out. The 4th of July is the first match that they are going to be having in South Africa against the Emirates Lions, and that is going to be at 4 a.m. New Zealand time. That's a bit of an early one. Then we have got the Sharks on Thursday, so that's going to be straight away, only a few days after the last one, which is going to be the Sharks taking on the British and Irish Lions. Then on Sunday, the 11th of July, the Bulls. Then on the 15th, South Africa A. Then from there, it is the 18th is going to be the Stormers. Then the 25th of July, the first Springboks versus Lions. First match. It's got in USA. We get the tour on Peacock / NBC SN. Only games in South Africa as well, says Gregor Grant. So I guess it's one of those ones that I think hopefully there is going to be plenty of coverage around for people to watch these games, like no matter what country you're in, because that's one thing that I feel like the tour makes the tour, or that wasn't right. The fans make the tour. So having a lot of eyes on the sport, like there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. And I feel like if that does mean that you got to give people the opportunity to watch some of the games for free just to try and kind of urge them into it, I mean, you got to go for it because of the fact that the likes of the Māori All Blacks versus Manu Samoa, there were a lot of people looking for that game, but no one could find it, unfortunately. So Tadhg is skipper now, says Peter. I guess, injury. Who are they going to go with? That's a big question. I know that it was probably, he's probably quite up there in terms of that, and definitely because of the fact that he will probably be replacing Alun Wyn Jones in that lock bearing in future games. But yeah, hopefully it isn't a serious injury for Alun Wyn Jones, because you hate to see someone get injured, definitely when they are the captain in a warm-up game for a massive tour like the British and Irish Lions tour. It seems like there are a lot of complaints regarding Sand Sport. Yeah, not too many people like them. I think they are actually, I don't want to say they are, I don't want to say they weren't, but I think they were possibly one of the reasons we got that copyright strike for that first week of Super Rugby AU. I don't want to say that it was so, but I feel like it was kind of because they took charge of the competition in Australia. I think it may have helped it. Possibly only 16,500 fans, I think, as well, says Peter. That is probably still a decent number, though, at the ground compared to some of the crowds that we have been allowed. It's like Manu Samoa versus versus Māori All Blacks in New Zealand. Because of the level 2 lockdown, no one was allowed on this allowed at the ground, unfortunately, for the fans. And we have got accumulated. Someone said in the chat earlier that it's been streamed here in the US on Peacock and NBC, but I don't have that streaming service, so I might switch as well, says Scrumless. And also, honestly, I'm sensing a Japan try in the second half. Would be nice if they secure some points on the board as well. It would be. I feel like it will give them that little bit more confidence going forward. Tell you what, we will say in the chat who is going to be the one who does score the try for Japan if they score one in the second half. My money straight away is going on Kotaro Matsushima, because he has been looking very strong in this first half. So I think he is my choice in that regard. By the way, did Sean Wainui score a try? He did indeed. He ended up getting one in the end. Also, Sean Stevenson got 2. And Fitu Kamakoma Douglas and Ash Dixon were the other 2 try scorers. And Sip Kiwi is in the chat as well. Welcome into the live stream, mate. And we have got Amino on the bench as well. Says Billy Toilet. Well, kind of along those lines, but not quite. But yeah, he is going to be coming off the bench. And it should be interesting to see how he goes up against the British and Irish Lions. Of course, we saw him play for the Highlanders. He played pretty well overall as well. Go Japan, says Scrum Lass. And at this stage, I will have another look quickly to see on the poll where they are sitting. Where is it? It must be this one. Right. On the poll at the moment, 164 votes. 74% of people think the British and Irish Lions are going to be winning this match. And at this stage, it is looking pretty likely with the 21-0 to the British and Irish Lions at halftime. But we're going to be waiting to see whether or not Japan can get a little bit more back into this match. I'm going for Matsushima as well, definitely, says Sebastian. Yeah, he's been looking dangerous, and I feel like he could be quite a problem for Ireland next week because of the fact they aren't going to have a few of the international players because of the British and Irish Lions tour. So that might give Japan that little bit of an opportunity to maybe pull off the upset. It's going to be exciting stuff. And, of course, I did show the poll or show the table earlier on. Ireland were the team that finished second in the pool for the Rugby World Cup that Japan were in. Of course, Japan getting the win over Ireland there in one of their recent matches. So because of it now, yeah, it's going to be exciting to see what happens between those two guys as well. We have also got there that fella that killed, apparently sentenced for 22 years as well, says Smithy Toilet. So that is a long time indeed. But of course, with the situation, I feel like even me mentioning anything about it might get me in trouble. So I might have to go no comment there. Whoever's got scrum ball line out will not work versus South Africa, says Sip Kiwi. That is a good point. They are a very physical side. Even Samoa was actually defending the rolling ball very nicely today, I thought, overall. And it's one of those ones that if they can stop that momentum, you got to look for new options, and then that can cause a little bit of hesitation, which then can lead to the penalties. Would it be an upset if Japan beat Ireland again? It's an interesting one. I feel like in my mind it would be, but Japan are actually right up there in terms of one of those sides that when they play great rugby, they play very well. And maybe, I guess who's going to be the favourite in that match? I haven't actually seen the odds or anything in terms of who would be. But yeah, Japan, I guess with the fact that they beat them last time as well in the World Cup, they might actually go in as favourites. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good matchup though. I'm hoping to do a live stream of that one as well, but the British and Irish Lions about to kick off the second half of this match between the two sides. I am excited for it. I hope you guys are too. If you haven't already, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. If you are new, we are going to be back for the British and Irish Lions tour. Dan Bigger practicing the drop kick there, and also for every other international that we can fit in to the schedule. Going to be kicked off now by Dan Bigger to get us underway right. Matsushima needs a try. That is what we decided. And also an English player. That's taken very nicely in the end by the Japanese player just inside of his own 22. Now it's going to be Leach. Fires it back in straight away, looking to use their back line here, Japan. Little kick in behind once again. It is going to be taken nicely, though, by, I believe it was Dan Bigger, but he dropped that ball. And now it's going to be a counter-ruck from Japan, but the British and Irish Lions have got this ball once again. Murray now goes back into the hands of Henderson. Bigger fires that across field for Williams. Quick hands once again, but it's a little bit of indecision. And it's going to be Matsushima. They're not going to get... Oh. I got all excited, but it's going to be going back there. And it's going to be a penalty to the British and Irish Lions. First choice Japan will beat second string Ireland as well, says Peter. Yeah, they got a very good chance indeed. That was a shame with Matsushima there. I thought that he was going to be able to score the try. I thought that we had called it well and truly, but now it is going to be the penalty to the British and Irish Lions, kicking it into touch once again. I think Geordie Barrett does well, no matter where you put him as well, says Scrum Lass. And does anyone else here think Geordie Barrett could be inside centre for the ABs? Says Gregory Grant. I know that Ian Foster, this man who I have got on a stick, I feel like he could put him anywhere this season. He's very bright, Ian, aren't you? That one's claimed by Courtney Laws, but it's one of those ones that they might even try him on that right wing again, purely because of the fact that for that extra height factor, I feel like he is one of those players that you can look for that cross kick on Mwanga, and it's one of those ones that it could be extremely dangerous. Murray now giving the ball back to Aki on the 22 now, trying to shunt out of the tackle, but he is tackled hard by Nakamura. Going now to the right-hand side, Falatau now trying to step his way through, but he has been dragged down once again. Connor Murray now going back to Courtney Laws, and he is tackled as well there. Courtney Laws at the moment defending well, Japan, but Tadhg Furlong, he's a hard man to stop it. He is dragged down. Murray once again goes to Bigger, short ball into the hands of Robbie Henshaw now. And they are just continuing to put phases again. Liam Williams with a great step, but he's dropped that ball. And it's a knock-on advantage now to Japan. And Liam Williams is down as well. Not another injury, surely not. Now they are going to go for the counter-attack here, though. It's going to be Leach, only 10 metres out from his own line at the moment, straight on the ball with the British and Irish Lions. And they are going to be going back now for the scrum feed. Is Liam Williams up here? That is the big question. Because if he is down as well, imagine losing those three. He's looking a little bit worse for worst for wear. Why not just contest them all as well, says Sip Kiwi. Why not just not contest them all? I did see that in Super Rugby AU a little bit. Oh, he got a slap to the face by Nakamura there. They might actually go back and check this one, depending on how it goes. But yeah, he ended up getting a little bit rocked by that one. And now they are going to be they have said that he was falling down, so they are going to be going back for the scrum nonetheless. We have Aussie got there in their first choice, Japan. I read that one as well, and only the reason why Japan pacing itself and Tonga plus Samoa isn't as well. See, that's the thing. That's going to be a very exciting game to watch. I am going to hopefully be doing that live stream as well for whether or not those sides are going to be making it to the Rugby World Cup. Only one of them can. It is a shame because I'd love to see both of them there. But Samoa, they would love to make it then. But Tonga, going to be playing the All Blacks, maybe finding a bit of form heading into that next match. We have Scott Robertson to England as club coach, or as a club coach, says Peter. As well, I have heard rumours that maybe his stint at the Crusaders could be close to over. This was the first final, of a Super Rugby competition since he was a coach at the Crusaders that they haven't made it to a final, which is interesting. Watson on for Williams. At this stage, I think he is going to be staying out there. He ended up, yes, he is going to be out there. He has got 2 bits of, what's it called? A little bit of, not cotton wool, but just a, I can't think of the name, unfortunately, dollars as well, says Peter. And we always got there. Robertson is too young, or is young too. He'd probably stay as coach for thousands of years as well. And pride over money as well, says Smithy Toilet. We will have to wait and see. What is that called? It's almost cotton wool, but it's not. It's kind of what they use to stop bleeding, and he's got 1 in each nostril at the moment, Liam Williams. So it's going to be interesting to see whether or not they decide to give him the ball here. That one is going into the scrum. Once again, it's going to be Sajino now, going back into the hands of Matsushima out the back line. Very nicely done here. Quick ball out into the hands of Fafita running straight at Robbie Henshaw. But he has been dragged down as well. My voice is trying to leave me at the moment. It's going to be a penalty to the British and Irish Lions once again. Yeah, at the moment, my voice is trying to disappear, which is very unfortunate. Don't want it to. We've still got quite a few live streams to go at this stage. But Dan Bigger kicking that one into the corner. And at this stage now, only 5 meters out. But yeah, it is going to be the penalty to the British and Irish Lions once again. I don't know what's happened to my voice. It sounds terrible. Slap George in the face would have been less as well, says Sip Kiwi as well. And that's the thing. That was actually, I think people thought that slapping George in the face was what the bidding war that almost happened was, but I think that was actually a separate thing with some guy. Oh, it's going to be a cross kick for Dan Bigger. He's going to be kicking it in behind Liam Williams, not able to claim the ball, but it's going to be taken by Cannon, but I think it was a little knock on. Yeah, I think people thought that was what the donations were for, but it was actually another guy in the chat who was saying that he would donate if I slapped George. That was that one. His pride is getting a kick, or getting a kicking being ignored by NZ as well. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people wanted to see him as his head coach instead of this guy, who I have got on a stick now. I feel like he's almost going to become a mascot. I did print him out the other night for who we thought was going to be Ian Foster's lineup up against Tonga. So we got Kieran and Ian at the moment. I drink water as well, said Baron. That would be a good idea, although I don't actually have any water around me, unfortunately. So I would have to go to the kitchen, and I think hopefully it is going to last for the next 35 minutes. It sounds like it's coming right now at this stage, and we have also got in there, geez, England's a bit greedy, going after the 2 best coaches in the world rugby, knowing that Rassie's a director of South Africa rugby as well. But now it's going to be Ken Owens with this line out throw, only 5 meters out from the Japan line here. They are going to be trying to make a few more meters. How important do you think it will be going forward for all these Kiwi players, or talented Kiwi players and coaches say in NZ? You think any amount of dollars would persuade Razor to coach another country? It's an interesting one. I should say. Everyone's got a price. As the $1 million man once said, they're just checking something. It is a knock-on from Liam Williams, so I think that is what they're going to be going back for and giving the scrum feed to Japan rather than the corner. English and French clubs have big money. We have seen it. Lamape, of course, the latest player to head over to France. And then also, I see Oteru Black heading to Japan, and there are rumours that maybe Damian McKenzie could be heading to Japan, but they may just be rumours at this stage. Was that he didn't have the favours of being head coach in the first place. Ian Foster was here to the head of the throne. Now, it is actually, they are still going for that rolling maul. So they went upstairs to check if it was a knock-on. Decided it was a knock-on, but then they gave the penalty to, it was, I'll tell you what, they're getting very close here, the British and Irish Lions. He has been dragged down by Van der Walt. Now it's going to be Conor Murray, goes to Tadhg Furlong. He is driving at the line, getting the legs going. He has been hard in the tackle there. Now it's going to be Conor Murray. It's going to be Courtney Laws. He's on the line. And it's going to be an English try. I said that he was going to be the next one who had to score it. And he actually has Courtney Laws. I didn't think it was going to happen. But that is going to be the try now. It's checking to see whether or not it was a knock-on. But I am going to be writing it in just in case. We will be acting like it is a try for now until proven otherwise. But Courtney Laws scoring the try. So at the moment, 1 try per nation. Right, did he knock it on? We're going to watch it here. Oh, he lost the ball. I'm going to have to change that one. Courtney Laws, why are you going to do that to me? Unfortunately, it's a knock-on, which means it is now going to be just the 3 tries at this stage. History of NZ coaches learning abroad and grabbing good money while doing it, as well, says Peter. But Courtney Laws, unfortunately, getting close, but just knocking that ball free unfortunately not having control of it. And that means that it is going to be no try. Take Nali Mape. People lost their minds because they are pissed that he betrayed the ABs, or they're pissed because they had zero idea that he was leaving. Lol, it was a secret as well, says Scrumlass. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people are saying that maybe the centre combo won't be as strong for New Zealand this year. Although with the likes of David Arveli slotting into that number 12 position pretty nicely, no try is the call here, and it is going to be now going back. And we have what's got a pub trivia, one per nation last time as well, says Pete. Oh, no. Pub trivia, I feel like I'm terrible at. I've got a whole heap of questions here in my hand that I've got. We normally read them out for a donation, and we tried to get through as many of them as we could. We'll do one for this one as well for a bit of pub trivia, or even though they're not really, they're not really, oh, that one's a Trans-Tasman competition. Tell you what, we'll change it up a little bit. Rather than Super Rugby Trans-Tasman, we'll go Six Nations player of the tournament. Who are you going for? And this is not who they have given Six Nations player of the tournament for. It's one of those ones that maybe if you have got a player who didn't get that one, do let me know who it is. That is the free question of the live stream, even though we answer a lot of questions anyway. We have got Welsh try, Scottish try, Irish try, and English knock on. Says Sebastian close. It was very close. And we have got, thank you for your commentary. I'm enjoying every moment of it. Says Java, thank you very much, mate, for tuning in. They have got this ball now. Japan only 5 meters out from their line. Once again, going for the counter attack, but he has kicked that one downfield now. He has found a bit of space, taken nicely by Liam Williams now. And he has been tackled low by Tamura in the end. Driving sideways now. Going to be Connor Murray. Goes back into the hands of Ian Henderson. Hasn't had too many carries in this match so far. But he will be hoping to have a few more in the future. Dan Bigger now goes to Ken Owens now, who has been tackled very nicely 40 meters out from the Japanese line. Going to be taken there by Dan Bigger. Little offload now. The hands of Tadhg Burn. My voice trying to disappear once again. Connor Murray now got this ball. Goes back to Furlong. Dan Bigger. Little offload back to Robbie Henshaw. Lined up in the tackle by Nakamura back into the hands of Bigger with the offload though. Over the top now to Conan. Going down the wing. And at this stage, the Japanese defense overall, yes, they are down 21-0, but overall, I want to say their defense at times has been pretty strong. But of course, the British and Irish Lions, they have been a lot stronger in defense as well. Dan Bigger inside ball now goes to Josh Adams trying to pierce the gap. And at this stage, Courtney Laws, I think, is one of the only English players out there on the field. So we need a couple more subs to be made if we do want it to be an English player scoring the next try. Tadhg Furlong now is going to be tackled hard by the Japanese forwards. Going now, Connor Murray into the hands of Fundermerva trying to pierce the gap, but he is being tackled once again. And they have been shutting him down decently in this one as well. After his first try now, it's going to be Conan driving over the top there of Matsushima, but he makes the tackle. Conan now going back to Courtney Laws once again, driving forward. At this stage, very good ball retention for Japan. Now it's going to be a great ball into the hands of Tadhg Burn. He's going to make it to the line, and he's ruined it in terms of that try for each nation. Tadhg Burn gets the try, and he is fired up, replacing Anthony Watson in this match because of injury. But Tadhg Burn now, he has been able to score that try. Debut try as well for him. And he is a very happy man indeed. We will update that. Why have those guys had their budgie smugglers on as well? But now we will update this. There we go. Tadhg Burn. Yep, I've got that one right. Right. 48 minutes in, and the British and Irish Lions score their fourth try of the match now. We'll update that one. There we go. And it will be a nice, easy kick straight between the posts for Dan Bigger, which now will make the score 28-0 to the British and Irish Lions. And they are starting to really pour on the points here. Hanson and Henry as well. What about them as well? Is Foster weaker for not going abroad as well, says Peter. I feel like it's getting into the coach debate at the moment in the chat. That is for sure. We have also got, what about the Silver Lake deal? Is that still a thing, or are they still in fighting about leaks with no actual deal details yet? I think it's one of those ones that I thought for a second Tadhg Burn injured himself doing that big dive for the try there. But, yeah, it's an interesting one. The last I heard, the committee couldn't all agree, but that was right back at the start. So whether or not that is still the case, I'm not too sure. Haven't heard too much more, but I know that there's someone in Dunedin, the Forsyth Bar near there, that actually also were kind of interested in purchasing shares. So we'll have to wait and see whether or not they go abroad to the US or whether they try and keep it in New Zealand. So we'll have to wait and see. But now it is going to be Murphy coming off the field. He has had a very busy day indeed. But now they are making a lot of changes by the looks of it. It is going to be Kazuki Himino maybe getting a chance out on the field there. Just got their bonus point as well. Says Aiden and Peter has got the smiley face in there as well. But now it is going to be Tamura once again kicking off this one for the British and Irish Lions. Or for Japan, I should say, to the British and Irish Lions. And that is going to be now in the hands of the number 8, Jack Conan. He's had a busy game so far. Kicked in behind now, taken nicely near the halfway line now for the replacement number 21, who is driving forward, but they've made quite a few changes here, Japan. The number 21 for them is Tavita Tatavu. Tatavu, I believe is how you pronounce that one. But 40 metres out at the moment from the line. And now, it's a little knock on though, unfortunately, which means it is going to be offloaded back now. Josh Adams has got that ball. That's a Jack Conan once again driving forward. Getting up a little bit slow was Talupe Falato in the background. They have asked for the ball on the short side now. It's going to be Tadhg down the wing. He has got plenty of space, but wasn't quite able to link up. It's being taken nicely there by Yamanaka, and he is going all the way, is he? He's getting close. He's starting to kick it behind, but he hasn't quite got the pace. Liam Williams is going to get there, or is he? Tell you what, they almost had a big collision there. Dan Bigger and Liam Williams, a miscommunication. And in the end, they were still able to get that ball down, though. Liam Williams still got that cotton bud, or whatever it is, up his nose at the moment because of that big hit that he got. But Tadhg tried to go for that offload, hit the boot of Conor Murray, and then from them, Yamanaka had a good opportunity of the counter-attack. He had the man on the outside, went for the kick instead, but then he wasn't quite able to chase it down. We have also got in the chat as well, even if Razor's going aboard, he is still young. It could be Rassie's scenario of appointing him as Foster's campaign as well, or after Foster's campaign, and now it's going to be Kyle Sinclair making his way out onto the field, another Englishman getting another chance. We have also got there, thank you for your commentary, enjoying every bit of it here in Vietnam, says Jet. So thank you very much for tuning in. We've had quite a few people from all around the world watching this live stream, and it has been pretty awesome, and I do thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We have got plenty more games that we are going to be doing for the July test, and not just the July test, also the Rugby Championship, Six Nations. I think I might even do the Six Nations next year as well, because some of these players, I think, are very much the standouts of that competition. Now it's going to be out the back line once again. Nakamura, goes to Kazuki. Himino getting his first carry in the Japanese jersey since playing for the Highlanders in Super Rugby Trans-Tasman. Now it's going to be a good run from Van der Vault, trying to find that offload. Wynne Jones out on the field now. Going to be going back now into the hands of the number 1 for Japan, trying to find that opportunity. Going back now into the hands of their number 10, Tamura, a little short ball. And at this stage, can the British and Irish Lions go the whole match? Oh, it's been turned over. Kyle Sinclair there with the flat pass. Tadhg puts it on the boot, and that is a beautiful spiral kick down the middle of the field. And that one's going to pull up short of the line. No, he's been taken down. That is a perfectly weighted kick there from Tadhg. There is a boo raining around the stadium at the moment for a player possibly being obstructed, but now it's going to be Liam Williams. My throat completely closed there for a second. Wasn't able to get any words out. Conor Murray now going to the short side once again to Conan, who is getting driven sideways. Amino trying to get in that ruck, not quite able to. Conor Murray goes to Bigger now, being chased by Henshaw. And he is looking for the opportunity to take this one, not quite able to. Going backwards though, and it's a knock-on advantage to the British and Irish Lions. Once again, Bigger sees a bit of space in behind, trying to kick it in behind. And it has been taken nicely there by Fafita, who puts it on the boot, and he does kick it downfield. Found a lot of space, and that is a great kick downfield as well, making it back into the half of the British and Irish Lions. A lot of John Stows here, as well, says Kiwi, and love the live stream from the top of a mountain in Ireland, as well, says Geordie, as well. And even though you are at the top of the mountain, what kind of temperature are you looking at there at the moment? Because of the fact that I know that it's kind of a bit of a heat wave in the Northern Hemisphere at times at the moment. And we have also got there, damn, every time Japan gets a little possession, the Lions turn it over. Yeah, it's been pretty hard on them in this match. The Lions have been ruthless in the breakdown, and it has led to them being able to get quite a lot of that ball. Like looking at the possession stat, I'll see if I can find one for you. I believe that is Craig Miller making his way out onto the field as well. Possession at the moment, 58% for the British and Irish Lions. So, yeah, it's been one of those ones that they haven't quite been able to get going in this match. They've had a few good backline movements, but now it is going to be in the hands of the British and Irish Lions once again. Going to be Jack Conan. He is probably right up there with close to man of the match in this one. He has been extremely busy. Burn with the offload now to Courtney Laws. That's right in that breakdown. Almost was a Mino, but not quite able to. Sinclair now. Going to be running hard with the ball, but he has been driven sideways as well. Now it's going to be going back once again. Bigger with a little bit of the cellar dummy taken down by Conan. Offload there by Henderson. He has got a player on him at the moment, and they weren't quite able to get the ball on the halfway line at the moment. The British and Irish Lions. Courtney Laws stepping around all over the place, trying to make those extra meters for his side. And at this stage, we are still yet to see a try scored by an England player. Are we going to get to see it in this match? That's a big question. Now it's going to be Dan Bigger selling a bit of a dummy there, but he wasn't quite able to get through. This is good defense from Japan. They haven't let them make any meters, and because of it now, up to 7 phases, they've kicked it downfield and it's gone into touch. It's on the full from Connor Murray, so now it is going to be another opportunity for Japan. Thanks for, thank you, the feed's great. As well as Richard, thank you very much, mate. Usually appreciate it. 38-0, British and Irish Lions over Japan is Warren's prediction. And at this stage, I don't think it's going to be a mile off Japan. I hope they can get one try in this one, just to give them that little bit of confidence. Playing Ireland next week, damn, every time I read that one, and definitely a heat wave. I don't know how the temperature doesn't show how it feels. It's a lot hotter as well, says Mark Joe. Yeah, see, at the moment, here in New Zealand, we're sitting at about 5 degrees. So, yeah, it's one of those ones that, luckily for us, I guess maybe unluckily for us, do you guys prefer when it's too cold or too hot? Do let me know, because I feel like some people enjoy when it's super hot, some people enjoy when it's super cold. So do let me know what kind of person you guys are that really enjoying the commentary here in Bolivia. Thank you so much, says Dave. As well, so thank you very much for tuning in, mate. Go watch that video later and thank me later as well, says Achilles. What one are we talking about, Achilles? Do let me know. And we have also got their donation auction, fellas. May it begin, says Milito. I think they're all asleep at this stage. Either they're working extra hours because of how many donations those guys did. They did a lot, and it was hugely appreciated. And yeah, like I mentioned, every cent that this channel makes at this stage is going straight back into the channel. So we're going to be looking at what we can spend that on in terms of making the content a lot better for you guys as well. That one is going to the back over the top now. Going to be taken nicely there. And it's going to be Matsushima once again trying to step through the gap. Going now out the back line, flat ball to the hands of the number 3, which in this one is Vu, I believe. Now it's going to be Matsushima once again with the ball in hand, and every time he steps, it's danger. Oh, it's been hit hard in that tackle, though. Going to be out the back line, Craig Miller lined up. I don't think his name is... Oh, yeah, it is Craig Miller. I'm actually surprised with myself sometimes when I do get the reserves right. Going to be offloaded back now. And at this stage, Japan, they want that try. Are they going to be able to do it? I said that it was going to be the try. Oh, Sinclair rushing up on Miller there, making a great tackle. Yeah, I said that it was going to be Matsushima if they were going to be able to score a try. But we will have to wait and see now. It's going to be a little offload back. Great run there from the number 18, which in this one is Valu. Going again as well. Only 35 meters out at the moment of Japan. Now selling a bit of a dummy. Goes back. Inside ball into the hands of, I believe, little offload. No, he did go around the side there, Miller. And now he is driving forward once again for Japan. They just need to find that gap that they're after. Now it's going to be almost shepherding. Good tackle there. And it's going to be taken clean by the British and Irish Lions in that breakdown. And that was very impressively done. Liam Williams with the kick in behind. He's great under a high ball. Is he going to line it up? No. Little knock on against him there. And because of it now, they are going to be going back, or are they? No, it's going to be in the hands of Tamura now, trying to find a gap, but he is tackled there by Jamie George, who is now on the field now. And at this stage, Japan, every time they've had that opportunity, they just haven't quite been able to find their way through the line. And at this stage, we have also got people in the chat. Jamie George to score from 30 metres to Gultaria Hooker as well, says Peter. Tell you what, I wouldn't put it past him. He is very talented, Jamie George. Oh, that's a great run there from the Japanese forward once again. Now it is going to be in the hands of Nakamura, playing halfback. Going back to Miller, quick hands now. Into the hands of Valu once again, round the side. They are still trying to drive for Japan. They haven't given up in this match yet. They are working hard, and now it's going to be paying off maybe because it's going to be Amino with a draw and a pass out to the man outside of him, the number 7. And they are talking about the young players in New Zealand. Of course, I am from New Zealand, so I know a lot about Kazuki Amino this season. And he has been one who's really impressed. Tell you what, Valu, what a run that was from the big man. Goes to Miller, his opposite prop there. Jamie George almost over the ball off his feet, and unfortunately he's given away the advantage. Now it's going to be a wide ball. Almost taken the aim for Fida. Had it out on the wing. They're going back now for the penalty. Can Japan get the try? We also got listening in Uganda. I appreciate your good work. Thanks as well, says Malcolm. Thank you very much for tuning in as well. I feel like at this stage, we've probably had someone other than Antarctica. Maybe we've had someone from every continent has been watching this live stream, which is an awesome feeling. And yeah, these ones, I feel like they're a lot more fun with you guys in the chat as well. Just livens up the mood. And yeah, I am extremely hyped for the British and Irish Lions tour that is going to be happening next week up against the Lions. We're only moments away. I thought for a second there Tamura was going to take on the 3 points just to get Japan some points on the board, but they are kicking for the corner once again. We have got I'd rather be too hot than freezing, born in Florida here as well. And also we have got how far has gone time-wise, says Aman. At the moment we are sitting 58 minutes through this match. And we have also got there, I'd rather be freezing than hot, born in Rotorua, NZ, and also 7 weeks UK, 3 weeks ago. I was in Dubai, 45, now Vanuatu, 26. Yes, 26 probably feels quite nice right about now. And it's one of those ones, I feel like it's one of those ones, a lot of people, like they kind of have their preference. Oh, I think he's just scored the try there. And I think it was Suzuki. Amino, he had a big smile on his face as well. And he has been able to score at the Highlanders player. I'm happy for him there. He has been able to score at his 5th international try in Japan, get on the board, and you can hear how much it means to the crowd as well for him to be able to get over the line. That's put a big smile on my face. You'd think I was going for Japan in this one, but I am just glad to see him be able to score a try because he didn't actually manage to get too many in the Super Rugby seasons, unfortunately for him. He just couldn't quite get over the line, but this time he has now up against the British and Irish Lions. Off the back, and then from there, just a leg drive for Kazuki Himino, and he was able to get over the line for the first time for Japan in this match. We will add that one to the list, and it is no longer not applicable for Japan's tries. It is that man, Kazuki Himino, who was able to do so. Finally, come on, Japan, says Jermaine as well. Typical 2 Englishmen. Come on, and a try. Try Japan as well, says Mark Joe. And also we have got there made the prediction. Himino will be the first try scorer, says Smithy Toiler. He's a lander, says Sipkiwi. He is indeed. Kazuki Himino, he was playing number 8 for them quite a bit throughout the season. And also, I think it's one of those ones, I think he's going to be going back to the Highlanders maybe, if I'm not wrong, but he may be heading back overseas. We'll have to wait and see, but he did have a very decent season for the Highlanders. We've got, this is definitely one of the friendliest communities out there. A great group of people here. Love y'all as well, says Scrum Lass. That's one thing that I find that's absolutely awesome about you guys in the chat. Like normally, I don't think we've really had too many people who hate the live streams in the chat, which just makes it that much better because of the fact that like you guys are all here for the same reason that I am, and that's pretty much because we love watching rugby or love talking about rugby. And that's one thing I find with radio commentary that you don't get is the fact that you can't actually interact with the person talking through the radio for the commentary, and also the same with TV. Like this is almost like just having us all in the same room watching the game, but instead it is just typing. Amino's begging for his Kiwi counterparts, so he can complete the comeback as well, says Smithy Toilet, and he's an Islander, says Smithy Toilet as well. And a nice 2 more tries from Japan, and we got a game as well. That's the thing. They would love to be able to, that's going to be possibly, is it going to be called a rolling ball? No, they have still got this one, Japan, just inside, of their 22. It's going to be Saito now. Little offload to the try scorer, Amino trying to fend off to Lupe Falatau, making a few extra meters, goes again. It was Amino. Now they're going back. Tell you what, Japan have all of a sudden got a bit of a spring in their step here, and they are looking for another backline movement. It's going to be Tavita running straight over the top of Josh Adams, which would be a scary sight indeed. Now it's going to be Saito. Goes back to Tamura. Now they are looking for another gap here, almost running into his own player there. But Van der Vaart also off the field, and that's going to be for Jack Cornelson. Now it's going to be, he's hit hard in the back there by Josh Adams' player. Tackle without the ball, perhaps, is what they might call the advantage for, but this ball is still in the hands of Japan. And at this stage, yes, they have got that advantage. Little offload now. Cornelson getting his first carry off this match now. And at this stage, with the advantage, they can throw everything at this. That was a nice little set play, but unfortunately didn't make them any meters. And they are going to be going back for the penalty for tackled off the ball. And we always got in there. Amino went hard in the haka. Incredible player, one of the best 8s at the moment, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, he's looking very sharp in the competitions, that is for sure. And that's one other thing. The thing I also love about rugby is the fact that I remember I saw an article about how he must have his favourite Japanese restaurant in Dunedin. And he went there after having a very good game for the Highlanders. and he must have gone up to the counter and they said that his meal was already paid for by someone who enjoyed watching him play on the weekend. I feel like that's just an awesome little thing, like to have someone actually do that for you. Definitely at a place that you go to often as well, just would have been quite a cool feeling for him. And he looks like a very smiley guy as well, very happy fellow. So it is nice to see that he is getting treated well as well. Well, he ain't no buck as well, says Sif Kiwi. And yeah, I guess that's one thing though. Buck Shelford. I mean, who is a buck at this stage? We have got Yo Man, how do you do? For Birdie, welcome into the live stream, mate. Thank you very much for tuning in. Now it's going to be a backline movement once again for Feet. Oh, that looked high. And is that going to be? Yes, it is going to be an advantage, and it's going to be a penalty against Robbie Henshaw now. And the screws are starting to come loose a little bit for the British and Irish Lions here. It's been all Japan for the past little while. And yeah, hopefully we do get to see maybe one more try for Japan as well to get them just that little bit further back into this match. But at this stage, possession 52% for the British and Irish Lions. Japan have actually had 53% of the second half. And we have also got their 58% possession, or sorry, territory in the end at this stage. But defenders beaten. Japan have beaten 16 compared to the 13 of the British and Irish Lions. We have got Alan Scott, as said, long in the tooth. I feel like that is a saying, isn't it? But I can't quite work out all. Okay, so they have ended up, now they have to take a kick at goal here. So that is a bit unfortunate for Japan, but they have said that they are going to be kicking at the goal. A little bit of maybe lost in translation there, because they wanted to kick for corner, but instead now they have decided that they are going to have to take on 3 points here. And because they have committed to it, that means now he has to take this kick. So that is a little bit of an unfortunate moment for Japan in this matchup. We have got he ain't no Zinzan as well. Says Zipkiwi, and also hey, hey all good. Yeah, how are you? I'm doing well. This one at this stage, it's been a very exciting game of rugby to watch, because it is just great to see the British and Irish Lions tour back. Of course, the last time we had the British and Irish Lions tour was here in New Zealand, but he's okay as well, says Zipkiwi. But at this stage now, it is going to be kicked by Tamura. Like I mentioned, I don't think this was what he actually wanted to do. I think they were going to kick for the corner, but the miscommunication meant that now he has to take the kick at goal. And he has missed that one as well. That is a little bit of a harsh situation for them, because of the fact that he originally probably didn't want to take on the kick, and then he had to take on the kick and ended up missing it. Well, it's got there, just chilling as well, says Scrum Lass. But now it is going to be a 22 dropout. Liam Williams going to be coming off the field. That is going to be Anthony Watson replacing him. Greatest fullback, Cullen versus Blanco of France, as well, says Millie Toilet. And at this stage now, Liam Williams, talking about great fullbacks, he is coming off the field. Wasn't able to score a try in this match, but did set up a couple opportunities. And Anthony Watson now making his way out onto the field. So there are a few more English players out on the field now. So the big question is whether or not any of them are going to be able to score a try. Now it is going to be going back now into the hands of Japan. They are currently on the 20. No, they're not on the 22. They're on the halfway line. Another good run from Lavaskagni. Going back once again. Japan just trying to get that phase play together with Miller. Get in that carry. At this stage now, going to the right-hand side now. Going to be James Moore. Had a relatively quiet game with ball in hand, but he is getting a couple more carries in the later stages of this one. Going to be going back once again to Miller, and an advantage for an offside now. Believe it was against Kyle Sinclair. Oh, that was well done from Tamura. Making extra meters, 40 meters out now at the moment. Quick hands into the hands of Hamino once again, driving forward for a side. And at this stage, Japan, they want another try. You can see that they have kind of upped it to the next level in the recent times. All around the side once again for Craig Miller. He's had about 5 carries since coming on the field in only around 10 or 15 minutes. Going back once again, backline movement on. Hamino once again getting that carry. He is dragged down there just outside of the 22. Now it's going to be Valu, quick hands into the hands of Miller now. And at this stage, they are just phase after phase here for Japan. Number 21 now. Going to be driving forward that one. And this one is Tatafu. Going now out the back line. Nice little ball to Hamino on the outside now to Fafita. Oh, he almost got hit by a swinging arm there, I think, from Josh Adams. Now it is going to be once again in the hands of it was Valu, and they are going back. No advantage, and they're going back for the penalty now. And we have also got there, same here, just chilling as well. At this stage, phase after phase for Japan, they just aren't giving the ball to the British and Irish Lions, and I feel like that's what they've got to do in the second half. They need to try and score, and they need to try and score very soon. This time, I think they are going to be going for the corner. Last time, the language barrier did get in the way a little bit. They're actually taking on the 3 points here. Once again here, hey, hello, Henshaw, just woke up. Little good game as well. Says David, welcome into the live stream, mate. At this stage, it's been interesting. The British and Irish Lions, you'd say, have had the better of the first half. But then in the second half, they've actually been doing pretty decently here, Japan. And they have been scoring a few, or they have been getting a few good opportunities. I should mention, but Alan Wynne-Jones, he was injured early on in the match, so he has been taken off the field. Also, they did lose, it was Tuparik to an injury as well. So they've lost a couple players early on, but yeah, we're going to have to wait and see whether or not those guys are going to be out for a little bit longer. But Japan now are going to be taking on the kick at this stage, 68 minutes through this match. We've also got their greatest fail by coach would have been Mitchell dropping Cullen as well. Says Sip Kiwi, and also Tube Brother, what have you started as well? Says Billy Tula. Of course, that is referring to those donations. That live stream went absolutely crazy, didn't it? I feel like, in a way, my brain wouldn't have been able to handle another live stream that pace, like 2 in a row. That one's going to be kicked there by Te Murray, and he has got that one, so perhaps just giving him a bit of kicking practice as well. And now it is going to be 10 to Japan and a total of 28 to the British and Irish Lions. So I actually didn't update the scoreboard. I've had them on 5 for a little bit too long, so I do apologize about that. They are actually now sitting on 10 here. And we have us go, and especially putting Goldie at fullback as well. Cullen had been on a decline from 1998. Greatest mistake was placing Cullen at centre as well. Says Smithy Toilet. This one's going to be kicked off by Dan Bigger now. Going high into the sky once again. And Murrayfield taken nicely there. Oh, he's been dropped there. The Japanese player in the air. But now it is going to be fired out their back line once again. Amino with the no-look sell. Now it's going to be Tamura. Oh, he is lined up there by Robbie Henshaw with another great tackle. He has been extremely busy in the midfield in this match, but his defense has been on point. A good run there from Cornelson now. And Japan are playing at a very fast pace. It's going to be a great step now. And that's a bit of pace for the man in the number 21 jersey. Kicked it in behind, but it did end up in the face of Anthony Watson. And a little knock-on from Matsushima in the hands of Farrell now with the knock-on advantage. And Matsushima is actually down at the moment. Anthony Watson, great offload back to Courtney Lords, the Englishman linking up. Now it's going to be Ali Price, goes to Jamie George. Offloads it back, almost taken, but not quite, by Anthony Watson there. And now it is going to be only 15 metres out from their own line here, Japan. And they are going to be going back for something by the looks of it. And it is a little knock-on advantage, but they are stopping time because other players still being down. I believe it is Matsushima who is still on the ground there. Henry tried recruiting Cully back when he'd become head coach as well. And Smithy to high scrum last as well. Says David, and go Japan, let's go. As well from scrum last. Yeah, it is good to see you, David. And I will ask, are you in New Zealand or what time is it where you are at the moment? Do let me know. We have got AMA, how do you do? As well says scrum last. At this stage, Jamie George, there were about 4 English players all linking up with each other very nicely there. But in the end, just that little knock on Warren Gatlin they are showing at the moment. Wondering whether or not he would be impressed with this performance so far. I feel like maybe there's been probably a few too many handling errors so far in this match, but you can probably expect that with the fact that they have only just come back into the Lions camp kind of thing. And we have got Chess Brother started the dono train as well. Says Smithy Toilet. That is a true fact. We will forever remember David as the man who did the first donation of the craziest donation train I think the rugby community has ever seen. If not, most communities have ever seen. I've noticed my cat's actually asleep in front of the fire. I wasn't actually sure where he was. So I'm kind of surprised that he hasn't come up on my lap for this game because of the fact he normally loves to watch these games with me. At this stage now, they have already emptied the bench, Japan. So they've got 10 minutes of game time, they are saying. And I believe the Lions are playing with 14, I think they said, or was it Japan who were playing with 14? But one side is going to be playing with 14 for the rest of this match by the looks of it as well. Surely that goes down in history. It does indeed. And who knew that donation train was going to be more than the first one? Like I mentioned, it was about 5 minutes after that first one. And I was like, the donation train has stopped. Which at that time, I was like, yeah, that's all right. And then it just went, and all of a sudden, yeah, it went crazy. Great goal, Drew, mate. Who do you think is the first choice number 8 for ABs right now? Says Geordie G. I think they're going to go inform Satutu, I think they'll go with, and maybe look at putting Artie Savi at 7, because I think that's one thing that you can't really afford not to do, and that's have Ardie Savea out on the field. I feel like he just brings that physicality and that breakdown. Like, yeah, it's just one of those ones that the breakdown he is phenomenal in. So I think they might try Sotutu at 8, Savea at 7, seeing as Sam Cane is injured. But then also, if they don't go Sotutu 8, I think Ardie Savea would be there. But I do also hope that Luke Jacobson does get a little bit of time at number 8 as well, as he is a very good player as well. And yeah, I have enjoyed watching him for the Chiefs. That one's going Japan once again for the line out. Nice little set play out the back line, offloaded out the back. This is beautiful stuff from Japan. Matsushima. I forgot how to say his name. That's how hard he was hit. And that tackle by Robbie Henshaw. Now it's going to be 5 back to Mura. Once again, looking for the back line, moving flat past there. Out to the number 7. Oh, Himino's got lucky there with the ball bouncing at his feet. Oh, that was a silky offload out the back, but it's going to be just that little bit forward. So now it's going to be going back. And it's going to be a knock-on against the British and Irish Lions. So Japan are going to have another opportunity. Did you say you got a new camera? Picture looks crisp and the angle looks wide low, 10 out of 10 as well, says Scrumless. It's actually the same camera, but I upgraded my live streaming software so that I can now stream in 1080p rather than 720. It was, I would say, it's one of those weird things. I ended up spending a whole heap of money on the live streaming software only like 3 days ago. And now it's almost paid for itself from those donations that we got on that one. So, yeah, you guys have pretty much paid for the quality to increase on these live streams in terms of the live streaming software. So it is pretty awesome that you guys have done that. So hopefully it is running smoothly at 1080p. But that's going to be a great run from Fafita there. Once again, 40 metres out from the British and Irish Lions line. He's going to be offside there. And it's going to be up against Kyle Sinclair. Now it's going to be driving forward with the number 21. He's got great strength. Just shoves Dan Bigger away. That was the Tafu. You got to remember that name because he looks dangerous. Oh, it's going to be bouncing awkwardly, but it's going to be a penalty. 2 cents would have spent the donation money on beers, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, well, it would be tough to spend that much on the all at once. That is for sure. Surely that's one of the highest. There are no videos of a YouTube donation auction as well, says Smithy Toilet. Although that's the thing. I didn't actually realize what people were auctioning for because it was one guy, because I saw that someone said about how it was an auction for me to slap George, but it was one other guy in the chat who was like, I'll give you $5 to slap George. I think that's where the confusion slightly set in as well. So I think it was just between Marco Vunipola Bear and Rio Gamer to see who was going to be able to donate the bigger number. And at this stage, yeah, we saw how that went. Which was pretty huge as well. But I don't know whether we can call it a YouTube donation auction because I don't know whether that's actually allowed on YouTube. It's got Ardie will not play next game, says Sip Kiwi. That's the thing. He's got a knee injury, doesn't he? He came back from his knee injury, but then ended up kind of firing it up again. So that is a bit of a shame for him. So, yeah, that's the thing. Sotutu at 8, I think is going to be the option. And then over the top now, taken nicely by Matsuda. But he is going to be tackled. That was not Matsuda either. That was Matsushima is the name I was after there. But only 10 metres out from the line now. Going to be going back. The rush defence of the British and Irish Lions could cost them here for Fafita. Stepping on the inside. Couldn't quite reach out there. Only a metre short though. Kazuki Amino around the side. Oh, did he get it down or was he held up? He was held up. So it is going to be right. What are the rules? I think it's going to be a 5 metre scrum here, if I'm not wrong. But Amino almost able to get a second try there. And he has been on fire since coming out onto the field as well. A lot of people talking about it across the rugby community streams. It's unreal, says Willie Toilet as well. Yeah, it's one of those ones that I feel like I didn't see it coming. You guys probably didn't see it coming either. But yeah, it was crazy to say the least. We've got Japan coming back. Awesome, says Maxi. Yeah, at this stage, I'm hoping they can get one more try before the end of this match. Currently 6 minutes left in this one. Only need another 18 points, so they're not quite going to be able to get there in this one. But their matchup against Ireland next week is going to be a very exciting one as well. But at this stage, 74 minutes gone. Are they going to be able to get one more here? I believe they have got a 5 metre scrum here for Japan. Currently sitting at 3:50 a.m. here in New Zealand as well. So you guys who are in New Zealand, you are up late for this matchup. Hopefully you have been enjoying the rugby, that you have been watching all the commentary that you have been listening to as well. The next one is going to be on at 4 a.m. between the Emirates Lions and the British and Irish Lions. Getting later and later, that is for sure. But at this stage now, it is going to be the scrum feed for the Japan side. Only at this stage 5 metres out from the British and Irish Lions line. I'm thinking they're going to go for a set play of some sort, either that or Himino off the back. But it is actually going to be Tatafu off the back, actually, who would be going for it. It's gone down on the front row, and it's going to be a scrum reset. I see you guys some awesome donations. Congrats for the rewards for your hard yard as well, says Maxi. Thank you very much, mate. Yeah, it went crazy with the numbers that people were putting in. And yeah, it's gone straight back into the channel already. We have upgraded the live streaming software so that we can stream in higher quality for you guys. And yeah, we are looking at other options in terms of what we can do to improve the quality of the live streams, as well as every cent that has gone into the channel so far, or any cent that we have received from the channel, I should say, has gone straight back into the channel, trying to make it as good as we can and try and make it the best that it can be. We've got Hey Mate from Scrumless to Maxi as well. This one's going to be off the back now, going for a bit of a set play. They know that it's just going to be Fafita driving forward, but he has tackled by Dan Bigger now. Now it is going to be Saito going short side into the hands of Matsushima, who is nailed in the tackle once again now. Going short into the hands of the number 21, only inches from the line to Tufu. And he wasn't quite able to get it. And he is going to be giving away the penalty there. Courtney Law's firing it out the back line. It's going to be kicked across field from Tamura, but it's going to be taken by Anthony Watson. And they are going to be going back once again for another penalty up against the British and Irish Lions. Amish brother, you're a hard worker. Like every parent says, do the mahi, get the treats. Much deserved, brother, as well, says Smithy Toilet. And yeah, I guess in a way, it's all those late nights, maybe 5 a.m. going for those Curry Cup games, the Rainbow Cup South Africa, all of those ones. I guess you could say have all been worth it. I have enjoyed doing them, even without those donations. So, like, it's one of those ones that I feel like even having a few of you guys in the chat, like, it is just awesome staying up at 5 a.m. to stream for us as well. Yeah, it's one of the things. I don't think I've seen anyone consistently getting up in the middle of the night for games like we have over the last little while. That's the thing. I haven't been able to get George or Isaac or anyone on for late night live streams purely because they are normally sleeping at the normal hours. But instead, I have been up and about and have been watching some very good rugby being played as well. I did thoroughly enjoy the Rainbow Cup South Africa. Also, we're going to have a lot more in the future as well with the likes of these games in the middle of the night for the British and Irish Lions tour. Springboks versus George is going to be taking place at 5 a.m. as well. Hamish equals Rugby Santa as well as his scrum less. Now it's going to be in the hands of Nakamura. He's dropped the ball, though, unfortunately for him, through the legs there with the back line. Now it's going to be Duhan Fundermerva stepping, but he is going to be dragged down by Nakamura now. But the British and Irish Lions have cleaned this ball up once again now. Going to be in the hands of the number 6 here. And by the looks of it, it is going to be Ali Price firing this one back now. And it is going to be kicked downfield by Dan Bigger. That's going to be a buntage over. That one's going to bounce into touch, and they're not going to be able to take that one quickly. The ball running away from the Japanese player there. We have also, they are saying, okay, I didn't hear that they are saying, but they said that they're wishing someone well. I'm not too sure who it was, but Dan Bigger there doing the pass between the legs. Then from there, Fundermerva. Other than when he has scored his try, they have been doing relatively well to shut him down, but it is still very tough to be able to do so when he has that size and that speed that he can kind of get in a very short amount of time as well. I enjoyed my time as Smithy Toilet, but it's time I go back to Mike Jones Sr. And that's the thing. You've been Smithy Toilet for a wee while. Is it about it's been probably 2 months. Matsushima, he's got plenty of pace. Is he going to be able to beat Fundermerva? He ended up going down, and unfortunately he ended up slipping there. But Fundermerva able to backtrack very nicely there. The ball's popped out free. And now it's going to be an advantage once again to the British and Irish Lions. Only 2 minutes left in this match now. Ali Price fires it back now. Dan Bigger kicking it into touch. And now, because of it, it's going to be the knock-on advantage over. And Japan have another line out. Where's David? As well as Sip Kiwi. Depending on what time it is, maybe he went back to sleep. And I respect your passion for rugby, bro, says Java Guru. I just love doing these live streams. Like, I love watching rugby, and I love chatting with you guys. So it's the perfect combo to be able to do so. And I'm also really enjoying the commentary side of it as well. It's one of those ones that someone mentioned in the chat. They asked the question of, when did you start commentating? And I only started talking in videos about 9 months ago or 10 months ago. So it's one of those ones that throughout the time of doing the commentary, like I've just ended up, I guess, coming out of my cocoon. Is that the right? I was going to say coming out of my shadow, but that's not the right thing. Branching out? No, I can't think of the word, but it's kind of one of those ones that I went from not talking at all to now being able to talk for a little while. That one's not quite working out for Japan in that back line. Going to be claimed nicely by Matsushima. He's had a lot of meters made. Courtney Law's trying to get over that ball, but not quite able to. Now it's going to be, Miller hit hard in the tackle by Sinclair. Straight on the ball as well, and it's a penalty. Won by Wyn Jones there for the player not releasing. We also got in there, good commentary, Hamish. George get any KFC? I don't think he has yet. I think if it was earlier in the day, he would have headed up the road because we are half an hour away from the nearest KFC. So maybe in the future couple of days, he might look at heading up there as well. And the bet's gone on for too long as well, says Smithy Toilet. And yeah, I guess it's one of those ones I've only just started remembering to call you Smithy Toilet. Like, I kind of, in the back of my mind, I always think Mike Jones Sr. So I feel like now that you're going to change it back to Mike Jones Sr., I'll keep on calling you Smithy Toilet accidentally. But yeah, Mike Jones Sr. does sound, I guess, more, not PG, but more friendly, I guess you could say as well. And I know that a lot of people have been saying stuff about the toilet part of your name, like kind of using it against you in the chat. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. That's real Henderson claiming that one. Sorry. Damn, Bigger now selling a dummy, but he is a hard in the tackle. He is a beast. That man in the number 21 jersey, Tatafu. Sorry, is the pronunciation. Now it's going to be back. Ali Price going short side to Watson. Outside ball to Josh Adams. Does a bit of a fend there. He has been tackled once again. Looking a little bit slippery out there at the moment. Or it's looking like maybe the studs aren't digging in as far as they'd like to. Ali Price once again goes back. Now it's going to be an offload or a pass from Farrell to Wyn Jones. And at this stage, we are after 80 minutes. And, Ali Price out hard in the tackle. And now because of it, it's a little knock on, which could cause... That was a little knock on, but we are going to continue, which is good news because we are after the 80 minutes. It's going to be a backline movement now for Japan. Straight on the ball there. Advantage off feet, and it's going to be a penalty. Right, the game would be over because of the fact that, they're taking the quick tap here. And they're going for the backline movement once again. Nakamura now trying to pierce the gap. Almost fumbled that ball, but did hang on to it very nicely. We'll read the chat in a very short moment. Tatafu now with a big fend, a little offload out the back now as well. Looking for the link up. It's gone into the hands of Anthony Watson. Now he's got some space. It's passed into touch. And that is going to be the end of the match now. But they aren't going back for a penalty like the Japanese player wanted. That is full time. And this first match for the British and Irish Lions in 3 years is going to be a win 28-10 over Japan. Close game. A little bit closer than I think people were expecting, although there is still 18 points difference, of course. But I think people were expecting the British and Irish Lions to absolutely run away with it. So it is good to see that Japan was still trying to fight in the later stages as well. Most people in the chat want you to replace Nisbo, plus Jeff as well. Says Scrumless. Yeah, I know Justin Marshall's name gets thrown around a little bit as well. We've got Wyn Jones, the captain for the Lion. It is Alan Wyn Jones, although he was injured early on in this match. So depending on how his injury is going, maybe they will look at having to give the captaincy to someone else because he did go off only about 7 minutes into this game. So we will have to wait and see. Also, Tipperick was another player who did end up going off the field for injury. Used a lot as well, says Smithy Toilet. And also we have got, when they announced its official captaincy this year, everyone made like 30,000 old man jokes, sorry. Little poor guy as well, says Scrumless. Yeah, it's one of those ones that he's very experienced, the most capped international player ever. But, people still kind of doubt him a little bit. But at this stage, the British and Irish Lions overall looking a little bit, I don't know, they don't look too happy with that win. I feel like they wanted to win it by more, but I think maybe they will just sit down in a little while and maybe look at it and go, right, decent win. How can we improve on the next one? They don't run away with it. As well says Wicked Knight. And also we have got, when did Marco change his name? He's had Marco Vunipola for a while. Yeah, that was at the end of Super Rugby Aotearoa, I believe it was as well. We have got in there Scrumless, Ron David, and we have got in there as well. Week as well says Wicked Knight. At this stage, I will look through some stats for you guys as well. Japan actually having 67% of the possession in that second half, compared to the 56% that the British and Irish Lions had in that first half. So Japan dominating the possession and territory in that second half, just didn't want to give up the ball. And in the end, the tackling percentage, 154 made out of 183 for the British and Irish Lions, 84%. I feel like they won't mind that too much, but I feel like they will want to improve that as they head forward as well. 89% of tackles made for Japan as well. Yeah, bro, knew straight away that it was Johnny Blaze. Yeah, the kind of wording of some of his statements in the chat, I was like, hang on. I think I know exactly who this is, and we have got thanks for the comms as well. Says Sip Kiwi, no worries, mate. Win first name, Jones last name. Different guy to Alan Wynne Jones. Yeah, I end up saying Wynne Jones as in like, yeah, I guess I should say Alan Wynne Jones every time because or else, yeah, I end up just saying Wynne Jones, and it is the name of the number 17 in this match. So I will try and remember to always add the Alan at the start. I know who I'm meaning, but I guess it doesn't really come across as, it doesn't really come across as the same, or comes across as the same guy, I should say, as well. But at this stage, we have seen as well that 26 defenders beat him for Japan. Nostramatis says 3-0 against South Africa or to South Africa wicked night. I think that is to South Africa. So it's going to be interesting to see if that is the case. The meters carried, they had an extra 100 meters carried, Japan. Also, they had more clean breaks. That second half, they were looking strong. But unfortunately for them, they just had too much of a lead from the British and Irish Lions to catch up as Werden gave it away. Werden gave it away immediately as well, says Smithy Toilet. Yeah, at this stage, I was thinking about doing a post-match review, but I think with half an hour till the next match, which is the Gallagher Premiership Final, I think I am going to be ending up just starting that next live stream a little bit in a little bit of time. We'll have to get the lineups and everything sorted out so that we can get cracking at around that 4:30 mark. And yeah, it's going to be an exciting one. Enjoy the Buckaroos as well. Says Billy Toilet later, Cuzzy. See you later, mate. And thank you very much for tuning into the live stream today. It does mean a lot. But yeah, nonetheless, I guess that is going to be the end of this live stream. 197 votes for the British and Irish Lions to win that one. And that was exactly what happened. But nonetheless, thank you all very much for tuning in. We are going to be back in around half an hour's time with the next match, which is going to be between the Harlequins and also the Exeter Chiefs for the Gallagher Premiership Final. But thank you all very much for tuning in. If you are new, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Also leave a like. And I will see you all in the next one.